Hey, what it is, everybody? How are we doing out there tonight in YouTube and Twitch land? Also in IRL. Welcome to Room Full of Blerds. Join me and my esteemed and humble host, Mr. Navy Montel.
Hello, it's good to see you since you changed the music on me and didn't let me know in advance.
I wanted it to be a surprise because I was tired of somebody else getting our monies from the monetizations. So I was like, you know what? It's just rip off the Band-Aid. And if you like it, I love it.
I like it though. I genuinely do. I was like, oh, okay.
It's got a little funk to it.
This is that beat we always hear about. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah.
It's the ones and the twos, if you will. Yes. How have you been, Mr. Navy? How is everybody out there as well? Ooh. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, today has been a busy day, no lie. Shout outs to everyone who has got their hands in the pot to get it stirred up for BlerdCon in March. I'm telling you, Blerd is going to be incredible. We've got a lot going on, and there are a lot of wheels on this truck. Let me tell you, March 6th to the 8th is going to be thick. We got a lot of things going on. It's going to be thick with 2 C's, no K.
But I thought I'm not allowed to go.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not allowed to go.
Why aren't you allowed to?
No K. It's a bad joke. Okay. All right. Anyway, it's over. It's gone. I thought I could land it. It's not happening. It's fine.
That thing crashed on the runway.
It did. Hey, hi, Bama. Oh, hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hello. What's going on?
Oh, boy. Testicles to you as well, sir.
Okay, you asked us, how are you doing? Since you just going to just put it out there. How are you?
I am better this week, magically. I almost have an exit strategy from the place that shall not be named. So I'm a little bit brighter about that. Also, hide your money, y'all. The government's passing out checks in New York State. I don't know when this happened, but baby, let me tell you about this hoe being right the hell on time because, woo, there a little moth flew out the wallet today. It was struggle bus fucking city.
At least you could afford a moth. Mine's still peeking out talking about, is it time to come out yet? And go right back inside. Water! I didn't sign up for this.
I did not either. Shout out to Governor Hochul. You did something. It's not honest to God. It's not even anything. I'm like,
it's the pause for me. You did something.
You did something. Oh, no. Mr. Adams had enough. He's got enough money. I'm sure that he siphoned off of the city that I am blaming him for the check being this goddamn small. So
Captain Chitlin is good. He's fine.
I thought that he can't be outside at this point in New York City. He is not do not show your face.
You realize he is the physical embodiment of on site. Because anybody sees him, anybody sees Eric Adams.
Baby.
It's on site, bro.
Baby.
Oh, somebody will waste a chopped cheese to throw it at his head.
Things will actually go. Oh, I think somebody saw him on the street a couple of days ago, but he jumped in and out of that car so damn fast.
Man, ain't had no choice. That's what you get for licking the butt of the paper people.
I can't wait to see what his new position is going to be amongst them folks.
Oh, that's easy. Doggy style. One for the senior citizens. Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? Is there anything else that you would like to do for the first 5 minutes of our show?
I you know what? I will say this. It's been a crazy week, and it seems like every time I open YouTube, I'm terrified. But at the same time, I've seen hope. I see a lot of good people who are just trying to keep it together for everybody else. And y'all are angels. Y'all are sincere and genuine angels. If you are tapping someone on the shoulder to say it's going to be okay, or you giving someone that hug or saying, hello, how you doing? Hopefully you have a good day. You are doing something that a lot of the world will not do, that a lot of these sorry sycophants won't do. because people are the main element in everything that's happening. So, I choose not to be political, but I'm tired of people saying.
No. Wait, hold on. I'm calling bullshit. If you're choosing to not be political, politics is going to do you.
Oh,
Okay,
but you didn't let me finish.
I'm
But
so sorry.
you didn't let me finish.
I'm militant. I don't like.
I know, and that's why I gotta hold you, because sometimes you just jump before you let me finish. Then you can jump on me if I say something wrong. Okay.
No. Okay. Bye.
I'm saying I'm not choosing to be political when it comes to the human condition.
Mm.
But I choose to be political when people are trying to blame poorer folks for the problems of the country, when in actuality, it's those who have the affluence, who have the money, who have the power, that are blaming everybody below. But you're still expecting us to do what we're supposed to do to benefit you. Bitch, get off my dick. We are sorry. It drives me nuts when I see them doing that. And I'm like, okay, let me go to anime, because at least I know with anime, I know there's a bad guy that I know he's gonna die.
You hope. I mean, you hope. You hope.
We're still waiting for Muzan to get his. That's all.
Shout out to Finding Neverland or Promised
Promise
Neverland.
Neverland.
Ooh, brother.
Oh,
Ooh.
I still love that show, but season 2 shouldn't have happened.
Sometimes you gotta let stuff die. Speaking of our country, I don't know if I can be. Lord, I just want everybody to be okay. Honestly, I wish people had realized that they were getting gamed so much earlier.
They knew it. They just didn't want to admit it, because that means they're wrong. They're saying that they're wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I picked the wrong guy. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You picked the whole wrong bunch of people. And they showed you how much of a fuck up you are by you letting them have everything. And they're still blaming you.
It's weird. It's weird. There's a look. We can get into this all night, because I also think that some things were flubbed as far as numbers go. So part of me, the hopeful part of me, is like, maybe y'all got game too. Maybe y'all got game too, and you wasn't really about that life in that booth. But then the other part of me is like, no, y'all know, you know what you did. You know what you did. But anyway.
I love this woman. I love this woman. Y'all have no idea how much I love this woman.
Burn it all down. Yay! Oh, what was I gonna? Oh, hey everybody. We just recently got monetized, and I appreciate every single one of y'all that put in the work for watching the show, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, talking about me like I paid you the money that I owed you with interest within the week. I love y'all for that. However, if you would like to buy me a coffee, kisses, you can do so here at buymeacoffee.com/RFOB. You can donate whatever you want. $1 will make me holla. I promise you, every bit is appreciated. Love you all. Or since we have super chats now, you could light it up in here as well. All right, that's enough of me putting my ass on the corner. We're going to get to my favorite segment of the show. Well, second favorite, honestly. Here it go. Hey. Shout out to Bad Bunny. I can't wait to see if you light these people's hair on fire in February. I can't wait. But I could not wait. I thought that I was going to get these books in the mail, and unfortunately I missed the cutoff date. So I actually ended up ordering next month's books, because I don't read. And that's sad, because I do.
And it is fundamental. So
it is. Isn't it? So the reason why I was so happy about the check that popped up is because I could go and get the books that I actually wanted from my LCS. And tonight we have which one? I've
Mine is at the store. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Roots. This one I can't do with. All right, y'all gonna have to just see my bed tonight. I can't with the background. It be hoeing me, but something goddamn fierce. Here it is. All right, y'all know what this is. Y'all been here before. My
See,
bed's
that's the
not a
room I
mess.
can relate to. That's a room I can relate to. Not you being in a store lobby by yourself. This is a room that I can relate to.
You know what? I should have done the instant transmission thing. I'll do that next time. I should have done. Okay. Anyway, Roots of Madness is here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the original cover, and I love her so much. And this is one of several variants that I absolutely advise all of you to go and pick up. Quality in the cover and the pages. This is not Marvel. Now, when I went into the store and I touched the Marvel cover, I was like, all right, this is my standard. All right, happy birthday. It's me. It's regular. You know what you're here for. I know what you're here for. I pick you up. I put you down. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
These plural, these covers.
Kata is not happy. I'm sorry.
Quality. What I do, Kata? What
Kata
happened?
said my LCS didn't have it.
Audible fucking gasp. Okay,
yeah,
so
I feel that though.
What I will let y'all know what you were supposed to do if you weren't following Stephanie Williams or the publisher, Ignition Press.
Mm-hmm.
They did say call up your LCS and tell them you want that book. That was one of the main ways to get that book ordered to your store. You can do it on the second one. Please do, so people know that it's wanted. And then you can, brag and be like, hey, yo, you did me a solid, my guy, manager person at my comic book store, and say, I trust you and I would like to continue giving my money that I barely have. But those are those. I looked inside. I cheated a little bit. Why
am I not surprised?
I can't help it. I can't help it. I mean, just okay, like little girl in a lap getting her hair done, and then the magic of it all is just, whoo, Lord, I can't wait to get into this fucking story. I can't wait.
Same. I'm actually waiting till they get to issue 5, and I'm gonna start reading.
See, I can't wait. Like, I don't have it in me. I've been chewing at this since what? When did she announce it? February of last year?
Yes.
Woo, baby. It's good. It's
the
good.
Crazy thing is I did that for Bitterroot the Next Movement. So now that we've gotten all 5, I can actually sit down and read all of them.
Are there only 5 issues for
There was only a 5-issue run for Next Movement.
Shit. I think I missed 5. Did 5 just come out?
5 came out about a month ago.
Did I get 5? I gotta go look.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Okay. I got 2 more and then you go?
Sure.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Why? I've been removed before I even get here. What the hell?
Conversation over. Okay, and then we have Green Lantern issue number 7.
That cover is amazing.
It's beautiful.
I love that.
It's beautiful. It's giving Rihanna. Where have you been? Honestly, and I love it. I got to get into this issue. There's not a lot of her.
So they've released 2 more Absolute titles.
Have they?
Absolute Evil and Absolute Hawkeye.
Hawkeye?
Not Hawkeye.
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
Okay. I'm like, what happened? Martin, girl, I know you're going through something.
Sorry, I was actually thinking about Ultimate Green Arrow. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, the Ultimates. Yeah, they're bringing Green Arrow into it, and let me tell you, indigenous.
Wait, you're underwater. One, indigenous.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
There is indigenous.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
You check out that cover to issue 1 of Ultimate.
Okay, I'm into it.
Hawkeye, and check it out.
I'm probably not gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't have no more space. Like I have to get shelving for all my shit now. It's become excessive. It sounds good though. I'm gonna read it online. I'm gonna read it online. I love you. And then my last one. This is new. This is from Valiant Publishing. It's by AJ Ampadu. I hope I'm saying his name right. It's called Tales of the Shadow Man.
Gee, what did I show you last week? What did I show you last week?
You did show it to me. You did show it to
I'm
me.
glad you got it.
I'm glad I got it too. And I thought I picked up issue 2, and I don't think he put it in my bag. I'm just realizing that, which makes me sad. But yeah, Tales of the Shadow Man
Yes.
is it's a little sassy bitch. It's a little sassy bitch. It's pretty.
Valiant is coming back. Bloodshot is back. Exo Man of War is back. Shadow Man is back. Who else is Harbinger is back. So many Valiant titles have come back, and they're doing them and they're reimagining, which I love. I really love, especially Shadow Man.
Is it deeper story, deeper lore, or just
change of, I want to say a change of lore, but not too much where you take away from the basic path of the comic itself.
Okay.
Like Exo Man of War was one of the most underrated titles they ever came up with. But what's funny is Bloodshot, as good as it is, we saw how it translated to the big screen. Yeah. Yeah, I was not happy about that. Okay, Vin Diesel doesn't have to be in everything, just like Dwayne Johnson doesn't have to be in everything. Pick a different actor.
Yeah.
Because the original Bloodshot was Asian.
Oh.
So why Vin Diesel?
Hot at the moment, easy to choose.
Man, the comic had hair. Good Lord, you gonna put a wig on Vin Diesel? Nah. Exactly.
Cough. All right.
But yeah, you're gonna enjoy Shadow Man.
Okay. No. I read some of it already. I'm good. I'm
a fan happy. I'm a fan of the video game, so yes.
I haven't seen it. Oh. What was he? I am very apologetic.
For the smashing
immediately,
machine.
I forgot that he even had a movie out. Oh, but it's an independent movie. It's not one of those big blockbuster things. So that's not.
And the thing is, it doesn't really show his face. The prosthetics take away from how he looks, but the acting is spectacular.
I actually do want to go see that movie. I am actually interested in seeing that. I'm not. Yeah, no. Like I'm good off of him doing the action adventure type things for a minute. I need a break, boo. I need to brief. Okay. So I hope he does more like this, but I don't think he needed to do. It feels a little Oscar baity. I'm not gonna hold you. It does feel a little Oscar baity, but the story is worthy. It's just the prosthetics thing kind of threw me off. It's fine though.
I'm glad they did the prosthetics, because how many times have we know that he's in there, you're expecting to see his face, so that takes away from the movie itself, because everyone sees his face. But you remove that issue, you remove that. Now you have the story to stand on.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a catch-22. Because on one hand, you don't want to be taken out of it because it is The Rock's face. But it's a catch-22. I'm gonna go see it though. I gotta go see it next week.
No.
But maybe.
Huh?
Do you have any books that you would like to share with the room, sir? I think you do.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, look at you.
Thank you, everyone who is popping up in here tonight. Please don't forget to hit that like. Please don't forget to share. If you haven't already, please subscribe.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I get excited. I get it. Okay, look. I'm not a eat.
That's my friend.
Hi, Carlisa. Hello.
That's my friend, fellow New Yorker. So yeah, you two don't do that. Anyway.
What was you? You got good taste. You got good taste. That's all.
Anyway, there was one that came out last week, but I saw the cover and it was freaking incredible. And when I pop this open, I'm going to be excited. Battle World.
I saw that. I didn't know if it was just like a reissue or if it was a new.
It's new.
Fuck.
How many? I don't know how many views were in that.
I don't
But
want to go back up there. Feet
and
hurt.
I may have shown this already, but I can't help. I love this cover.
No, you showed it last week. Peach Momoko.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love. I am a fan for Peach Momoko, Daniel Warren Johnson. Oh my goodness, the list goes on and on and on. There are certain artists that are within the vein of not the usual artwork. So I love them. Like the I don't know why it's escaping me. The artist that's doing Green Lantern, Absolute Green Lantern. You know, you got a comic right there by you, right?
No, because Howard and Ewing is the writer. What does he do? Howard is what's his face? Howard. Are you sure? I don't know if I have it. Y'all don't hold me.
I'm gonna double check that. I've been nerfing.
Jason Howard and Riley Rossmo. Those are the two that are doing this.
Okay, so I'm thinking of something else.
I was gonna say I don't think it's the same.
No, I'm thinking of something
definitely
else.
not that art. Ooh, wait a minute. I didn't know that this also had a second cover. Won't he do it? Sorry.
And because it is spooky season, I decided to go into the box of mystery and grab some classics. Now, y'all, before you come from me, do not come from me because I had to make sure that I was presenting properly. Because a lot of these comics came at a time where bags and boards were not feasible. So, how many of y'all remember that?
How do you keep it that clean? Where did you put it that you keep it that clean?
House of Secrets, number 106. This is from the 20-cent era. This was when they had a hard time with their bindings, so the covers would peel over, so you still see the pages over there. Y'all remember these ads? Get prizes, sell papers that people don't want. And I love that. Also, I had Weird Mystery Tales number 3. It is spooky season, so you got to go for the spooky. And of course, Charlton Comics, whom a lot of people don't give a lot of shine to because they're the ones that introduced us to Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle, The Question, Captain Atom. That was because when Steve Ditko drew them.
Right.
So if y'all know Steve Ditko, you know he was the beginning artist for Amazing Spider-Man when it came out. So Charlton Comics had Ghostly Haunts number 40. Yes, wonderful. And I love the smell of the old paper. Oh, it will never get old.
All the chemicals.
Yes, thank you for the chemicals. Yes, absolutely.
Well, actually, it was probably less chemicals back then than it is now, but who knows?
No comment. No comment. And that is it, unless we go for Tarzan of the Apes.
That don't count. You know that don't count.
I mean, it was a horror in itself, you know. White people chasing white people.
The animals through the forest. Okay, all right. Let's be nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now that our indie comic section is a finito, let us get to our guests. We have a surprise. Now, first of all, I would like to apologize to this next guest because I've had a lot of other people on that we both mutually know before bringing this person on this show. So I would like to say I was wrong publicly.
Public declaration? What?
An angel has gotten its wings tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce to you the one, the only, the hot take aficionado, because boy, them anime takes, I'm still reeling over them. Tafari TV. Hello. Would you look up, boy?
Wait, that was my introduction?
Yes, sir. That is what you get, bro. That is what you get.
Before,
but not like you. I feel like not you.
I don't think as a co-guest, but
I mean, I was here for Last Ronin.
It's different. It's just
but that was more like homies getting together, though.
Yeah, man. It was for the vibes. It was for the vibes.
Also, is it a Barb who got the wings?
He doesn't know what to
I was
say.
like, I was trying to remember Angel got their wings, and I'm like, is the Angel a Barb? Because that means someone else got theirs ripped off in the process.
Oh wow!
It's a Cardi fan. Cardi fan got their wings.
Here they come in 3.
Don't you bring that mess in the fucking here? I will.
They're busy jumping. They're jumping Cleo a second time. He'll hold them off.
Wow.
What is going? Okay. All right. Hi, Tafari. How are you?
What's going on?
I'm so glad I invited you on the show.
I live again.
Oh, bruh. What have you been up to? What's going on with you? How is the internets out here in these streets? What have you been up to? Wait, you got new stuff coming up.
Do I?
Oh
yeah.
Call.
I don't know. Hey, look, I do a lot of things, and I'll be forgetting until other people tell me.
This is going to be a very difficult episode.
Oh, sweet.
Thanks, Kata. Kata's launched this new podcast where he does like a funny take of the things I ramble about on a weekly basis. So it's called Read the Feed on Apple Podcast. Doing streaming things for the internets, trying to do skit things for the internets. Also got a call from our friend at Critics of Culture with something that he's trying to get off the ground after this. So stay tuned. At this point, I post a weekly recap every Saturday because I forget half the shit I be doing.
Well, congratulations. Welcome to the another. What is this? Your third podcast, technically speaking. Good God, man. Yeah, this is number 3.
Can we say that your skits are legendary, bro?
I'm working on another one. I've had to fix it like several times this week though because the gaming industry is on one this week.
Oh, gee, you don't want to spend $60 for Xbox Game Pass?
I mean, between that and the Call of Duty numbers took a hit today because of that, and then EA getting sold to the Saudis. So
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, 55.
Oh yeah, you didn't hear?
No.
50,
honey. It's been a blast this week.
55 Billy, Battlefield, and Titanfall over there.
Also, not to mention, you forgot one person. It's the Saudis and one of the orange person's in-laws.
Oh, gross.
Ew. I hate it. I hate that for them.
If you play The Sims, your block is about to get real gentrified real fast.
I'm about to hear it in my Discord. Oh, Mufasa, ladies and gentlemen, Mufasa.
Also, all right, and then for our main guest of the evening, the one that I've been promising y'all for about a week or so, this gentleman hails out of the Midwest. He is a legend. If you have not heard of him, it's because the algorithm does what? Hose everybody every goddamn day. So he's an artist, music artist. He has his podcast, Geek Set Podcast. He has interviewed all of your favorites, I promise you. And if you have not seen him on his show, it's because he's backlogged. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the one and only Young Deuces.
Thank you guys for having me, man. It's crazy getting called a legend. Like I'm still just trying to make my name out here.
Nah,
man,
bro.
if you don't accept these flowers, I'm gonna leave. Okay, I'm gonna walk out. Take the dang on flowers, sir.
All right,
okay?
I take it.
Thank you.
Hold on. I got it for you. I got you right here. Hey.
Oh man, no, I'm excited to be here, man. Definitely.
Oh, great. I've been trying to get you on this show forever. And just to chop it up with you because bruh, you cool as shit. I'm trying not to fangirl out a little bit, but you cool. Like everybody that I meet, like all of y'all are like my favorites.
Failing miserably over here. You should see it. It's it. Oh my! That right there is that right there.
Thanks for coming on, Deuces. I really appreciate you.
No.
And all that you do, because I try. I'm so subdued. Nobody ever cheerleads for their own out here no more. So I figured I would just do it in person. Is all I'm fucking saying. God damn. But please let everybody know a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where did you get your Blerd card from? Like,
Okay.
what are all of your origin stories? What are your journeys?
Right. So I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Out of the Midwest. But my pops was in the military. He did 4 years in the Army and then 17 years in the Air Force. So so we was all over the world and everything like that. And to answer like where I got my nerdum or my blerdom from is from my pops, because when you travel abroad, comic books is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? There's comic book shops everywhere. And so my pops will put me on, him and my uncle, they'll put me on to some comics. And I tell the story, I told the story on Geek Set, but like I remember when my uncle, so we was living in Germany, and my uncle, he was sending us some comics and everything. Like he was like, and my uncle sent me the first issue of the Scarlet Spider. And because I wasn't as cultured yet, I thought it was a bootleg comic book. And so I didn't cherish it as much as I should have. Oh man, it hurts my heart.
No,
it hurts my heart so much about that, because I'm like, bro, especially when we started to get into the Spider-Verse and everything, I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh,
it hurt my heart so bad.
Oh God! Oh, nauseous.
what was I thinking?
The book probably worth some money now.
Bro, I bet you it's worth so much more money now. So, but I mean, like I said, me and my pops, he would put me onto comic books and, especially Kung Fu flicks, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of was another thing. Bruce Lee was big. And then it just kept on growing and growing and growing from there.
That is amazing. So have you kept up with the comic book collecting? Are you more of...
Glad that you say. So as you guys were showing some things, I was like, well, I got a couple of things I want to show.
Let's go. Let's do this, man.
So,
wait, let me. Oh, not me. No, don't put me up there.
This ain't classic or old, but the story around it and the reason why I still got this in plastic. This is the Batman Damned issue.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is around the original first run. So Navy, you know where I'm going with this.
Oh, yes, sir.
So
Let's
in the
go.
first run, and this comic book became infamous because it showed Batman's member. And
yes,
the comic book artists drew it all and everything, and they had to be recalled so that way they can draw it out. So this is part of the original run that coincidentally a fan of Geek Set sent it to us and sent it to me specifically, said, hey, you can have it because I'm a DC fanboy. So I got one of these.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was funny. They said the recall. You know how most of us react to that. Shit.
Gotta give him to Clay Davis.
You got to find me.
It's a hot coffee edition of San Andreas.
Yeah.
One of my favorite supervillains in DC. I got the Judas.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Go, man. The Judas contract. Let's go.
Bro. Hey, yo.
One of my favorite variant covers, the Spawn Black Panther.
Did you get the black and white? Please tell me.
No, I did not.
I got the black and white. Let's go.
That black and white one's so cold, though. Yeah.
Right? Just...
Nah,
yeah.
That's a selfish choice,
I
man.
didn't know I had. I've met a cousin I didn't know I had. Bravo to you, child. Bravo.
Oh, bro, that's oh God, yo, I don't think I've ever told anybody I got hold with my first set of like comic collections. Like I didn't know I don't think anybody knew what I actually had in storage, what my great uncle had in storage, and it all got tossed. So a few number ones that are in there. I know that there was a number one Spider-Man in that collection, and I'm nauseous.
Man,
nauseous. I like.
If you had Amazing Fantasies, that would have been mortgage paid, kids college paid. Oh my gosh! Like the Power 9 for Magic. You got those cards? Oh, you set.
God damn, I'm just thinking about it now. And I'm thinking about it right now. I'm mad. I'm like, yo, why do you my West Indian ancestors. Why do you throw things out? Why is it coded in our DNA to just be like, she don't want to play with these teams, just
Right.
and gone.
If it's on the floor, the room is dirty and it's garbage. Don't matter if it's a napkin or a piece of paper.
Yep.
Or $1,000. Oh, you must not want it. It must not mean anything to you. So here it goes.
As a friend of the show would say, story time.
Oh, God. Some
I can
time
hear
ago.
Ashley in my head.
I don't remember if I asked you before. How long were you in Milwaukee?
I mean, I'm born and raised there. I ain't never really left.
Okay, because I went to school out in Mequon.
Yeah, I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, I went to school at Concordia, like right up the street.
Yeah. So I've been there. I've been outside of my when my pops was active in the military and us moving around. I've been in Milwaukee my whole life. I'm just because of that, and I give my dad and my mom this to me about my love for traveling, and the reason why I'm like, I don't care what the event is, let's go. Let's get out there. It's because I was traveling since I was 3, and so being that I'm like, I'm the person like I don't care if it's an event that I want to go, I'm gonna go. I've been to so many small cons, but because of I know it's gonna be a good time based on like my people are gonna be there or something that I know. So I'm like, yeah, I'll travel out there for that type of con. So I be trying to tell people it's funny because in this walk of content creation and everything like that, a lot of people are very mindful of everybody's like time and the travel. And I'd be like, no, I will travel though. So so like I appreciate you being mindful of like Deuces from Milwaukee. Let me know what's going on, and like I said, I'll try to make it happen.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't remember we talked about I had a nerd and I'm just like, Dad, where were you when I was in school? Like all the black people was just on Water Street and that was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's still the same. Water Street is where it's at.
Wow.
Pretty much, Brothers has been gentrified as hell. It ain't even the same no more. The floors are
Right.
The floors are
some real Milwaukee shit.
Hey, all you can drink Thursdays for $10. The floors ain't sticky no more. It's a family spot. I hate it now.
Yeah. But here's the thing. One of my goals is because we have a little small anime and blurred scene out here. I want to curate it more, and I want to be able to bring a premiere event here. We have a nice center called the Blerds Center out here that we do Anime Milwaukee at, and I got a real good relationship with them, and I'm trying to get them to tap into blur culture. But I'm trying to curate more things out here that way I can bring the lovely folks like y'all out here, and what I'm saying, and you guys want to come and kick it in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I've heard about Anime MKE. A bunch of my friends, like when I was in school, used to tell me you should come back for the summer or come during the convention season. I'm like, that was before I started going to cons, but yeah, that's the one I've kind of heard of. Just I don't know anybody who actually goes.
Yeah, no, we go. Like I said, we've been before I started finding out about all the major conventions. Of course, you got to start at home. So we started at Anime Milwaukee, Anime MKE, and what's crazy about it is that still, even to this day, we're kind of like the only group that gets out there and vlog and talk to the people, how we generally do.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one of those, like this is still a emerging scene. Like it's still, when downtown's filled with people cosplaying, there's still people that I see on Facebook like, yo, what's going on downtown? I'm like, bro, how are y'all not tapped into this culture yet? So I'm like, there's some work to do here. And, we had started a little bit this summer doing, just random pop-up events because, we do all of our merch in-house. And so Bacardi be out there selling the merch, and I'm out there as a Mike introducing people to who we are as Geek Set and everything, and being able to see so much black people loving this culture, but not knowing that we have a community here. It made us want to be like, we got to curate more, we got to do more out here, and we have the infrastructure. And it's one of the things where I'm also, if I'm bringing people, especially people that I view their content or I view they're valuable to the convention and everything like that, I rather make sure people can get some type of compensation, whether it is covering just travel and lodging or whatever the case. So I've been talking a lot with them, just trying to get them on board. Like, look, the top people in Blurred, like you see what they did at DreamCon and at BlurredCon, you love that. Let me show, I can connect you with some people, bring some people here, we can recreate that here. So that's kind of like part of my goal and mission that I'm doing with Geek Set.
Yeah, like, hey, there's more to do in Milwaukee than just go to Summerfest. Which I still think I went on like the best year they've had like ever, because our lineup was Migos opening with then Big Sean after and then Future, and this was like peak I don't fuck with you and Bad and Bougie era.
So yeah.
Oh, dude, what? Shit, I want to go. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold on to the question that I have about that whole situation, because the fact that you are the people that I've heard you connect with each other is incredible. Like, you are truly a bridge within the Blerd community alone. I've seen you tell people, it's cool to go to DreamCon, it's cool to go to pick a place, or you two need to link up and make something happen. You are a unicorn, sir, because it's one thing to say that you want to do something and have that drive, but the fact that you're actually able to achieve it consistently is magical.
So I do strive to be a bridge for that. So a little bit about me is that I'm overly positive. I am like my friend groups and all my friend groups. They are like, I always tell people, like, if you get me upset, like, that's crazy, because out of all, like, you build your friend group, and then a lot of people, you get that like Papa Bear, Mama Bear mentality and everything like that. So because I'm overly positive, sometimes I'm the one that people got to reel back, like, yo, wait, let's go give that positive energy to this person or this person, right? So I often tell people, I'm like, look, I'm the one that you want to talk to, because I'm the one that's going to give you the benefit of the doubt or try to see the best out of the situation, right? So I say all that to say, because like, I'm actually a general fan of this culture. And for me, I've always been this. And because my dad was in the military, I give people the benefit of the doubt that you're going to do good first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I always had to move around. And I was like, instead of always having to make new friends and only be like, oh, let me fill you out, let me see if you're good, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to assume that you're going to do good. And it's for you to lose my trust and lose my good faith, right? So I take that even with content and like fans of people. I'm like, look, it's most people, no matter who they are, even if they're celebrities, they understand who they are, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just keep it real with people no matter what. So it's like, with Navy, like I remember, I don't know if you remember when we first did the thing on All Death with Will. I told him, I said, look, bro, I appreciate you. I'm a fan of you. Let me, it's like, let me get this out first, and then we can just continue to grow. And that's kind of how I treat everybody, right? With everybody, it's like, yeah, let me fan out real quick. Let me tell you how much I appreciate your content and everything, and then we can grow from there. Because, I got to acknowledge it. So then once I became that and started like having these interactions with people, I was like, hey, you know what? I think it'd be dope if this person worked with this person. Or, when I started doing interviews, I'm like, you know what? Nobody's ever asked this person this, so I want to ask this person that. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's ever asked them that. So I started doing that, and I'm like, look, I don't even need a recognition for it. I just want to see, I know the culture wants this. Let's put this together. I know that this will produce something dope. Let's put that together. And it's kind of something that I always thrive for. It's like, I just want to be able to help people so much, because I'm like, I know that when I wanted help and when I didn't receive it, I know how it made me feel. And I was like, if I ever get in a position where I can help somebody, I'm gonna do it, because I know how it made me feel, and I don't ever want anybody else to feel that way. So that's kind of like been my whole MO. And so I'm glad that you noticed that.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I think the reason why I'm so excited to talk to you is because I have the same mindset. Me trying to find all of these independent comics, all these independent creators, writers, even the artists, it's all number one, y'all, they need the props. They need to be seen.
Yes.
I'm it makes me nauseous to say it. But I'm glad that I'm a platform for people to do that. But ultimately, like, I want to connect people to somebody that's a next step up. That's a next step comics, that literally that is Midnight Comics. Anybody that's out there, like, I get excited. I get so excited because it could be so massive and so big. And I love building a bigger, stronger community by connecting all these people. Like, I try to keep myself as humble as possible, because these people would more than likely link up at some point or another, but I need it now. Like, I'm on that type of tip. Like, I need y'all to link up today. I need y'all to figure this out today.
But you know what makes that great is because we become, and I say this all the time, be the change that you want to see. Right? You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. That's why, like, I understand like how social media, how it got to where it is, but I think we talked about it on the other episode. It was like sometimes it gets crazy, just to share somebody else's content.
Yes,
seems like the hardest thing for people to do. Or just to like or subscribe, or you know what I'm saying, just even pop in and view. So I always try to make it a point to do so, because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do this without even the requirement of somebody doing it back, because I know, like I said, I would have loved for somebody to do it in general. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. People are going to see it, and the people who actually do, of course, I'm gonna celebrate, and I'm gonna take note. Like, yo, I do actually take notice to the people who do show support, who do pop up, who do comment, who do like and subscribe, or who do repost content and everything like that. But for those who don't, I mean, I don't look at it as look at that person a different way. But it's just like, I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna continue to be the change that I want. So people will be like, damn, all right, well, Deuces do it like regular, so maybe it ain't that much. Like, let me do that too. If I can help one person get to that realization, then I feel like it's a success.
And that's pretty much where that mindset alone is what makes champions without claiming to be a champion. If you think about it, because you being an advocate for those who want to be a part of the community, who want to venture into those arenas, who want to start doing interviews, or maybe going into cosplay or going into conventions and things like that. I can sit here and say all day, well, I did this, I did that. But how does it translate to bringing people in?
Right.
You have that superpower where you are bringing people in, and you're creating this audience. You're creating this fervor. And I'm happy to see it, because Lord knows when I started years ago, I just wanted to be a mature voice in the community, because a lot of younger people, but a lot of them really don't have that history. So going forward and seeing, young cats like yourself and Lady Mandalore and Tafari and the list going on, this is a beautiful moment to be a part of. So sir, you doing the work. You doing the work.
Appreciate that.
Sorry, I'm realizing in real time all of us have actually linked up. Like, that's our thing.
Yes, I was gonna sit there and go.
I realized in real time.
You here? Whoa! I remember that time you saw my forehead before. Yeah, we've shared a lot.
Oh man. It brings. I get emotional.
See?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, babe.
No, he did ask me a question earlier, and I wanted to answer that question really quickly.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So while he's looking, I asked, because we all got backgrounds. I said, what is his holy grail in his setup right now?
Let me see. I'm gonna swap you out, Navy. Hold on.
What? Wow, you're gonna bring me up there, man.
Big man.
See, I'm hiding the forehead. You ain't helping with the subterfuge. Okay. God bless America.
It's advertisement for Miss Renita. Go out and buy Renita's headbands at Believe It or Not. That's Believe It or KNOT.com. She'll set you up. She'll keep your forehead warm this winter.
Amen to that one, because Lord knows, because until it gets cold, these damn mosquitoes are on
Bruh.
They are seeking destroy missions down here, man. All right, so he asked me what the holy grail is of my collection. That was a hard question to answer, because that are all my comics since I've had since I was 9 years old, and I'm 56.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. But the one that really made me shine like a supernova was a couple of years ago, well, year before last, San Diego Comic-Con. I had the chance to meet Peach Momoko.
Oh.
And she signed my Deep Beyond sketch cover that she did, that they only had so many of. She signed it right there.
That's a good one.
Wait, she signed it in Japanese?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, it's hot.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Yes. And what's crazy about this comic is when we had it, because I work at a game and comic store. So when we got this, I said, oh, I want to get that. I'm going to get that signed by Peach Momoko. No, you're not. Shut your face. I'm going to get it signed. And then not only did I get it signed, but CGC was right there. They were like gremlins. They were waiting for people to sign and go,
Bruh.
Okay. And you want to get it graded, don't you? And I had to chase this woman all the way back to the booth. Oh, can I have my comic back? Would you like to get graded? Can you ask me that at the booth? Sorry. Do you want to get it graded? Sure. And I got it graded, and this is the only one that I own out of my whole collection.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you show that on the show recently? No, you had it sent off before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the first time we've seen it on the show. I'm like, wait.
Yes. Long time ago, back when the Flintstones were still alive, I sent it off to be graded.
Before the light in the land was so vast, you couldn't find your.
One of my goals. So this is I got an unofficial beef with another creator. It's not real beef, but it's unofficial because he just
it's tofu.
He just seems to get all of the nostalgia stuff that I want.
Oh, that's absolutely Cleo.
Yeah,
That sounds like Cleo.
Cleo. So right now, my one up against Cleo is because I have it and he don't. Is my talk boy. That's my one up. It ain't as extravagant as the ones that Cleo got, but I got a talk boy. So that's my one.
Wait, put that back up. Hold on. Wait.
I ain't mad.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do too.
It's Mr. McAllister.
Yes.
Father.
Oh, that is awesome, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm mad.
Leo will get you though. He
is. He definitely like right after I posted this, I saw him follow the dude who made it for me. So I know he's getting something. He's getting something custom made.
Oh gosh.
Wait. Show it one more time. Throw it up there for the people. Put it on the glass.
Yeah, shout out to Frankenboy Customs. This was a custom one-of-a-kind SP that they raffled at my retro shop in Orlando. So it's got a glow-in-the-dark speaker as well, fixed lighting, better battery life, and then a holographic Charizard shell. And then Professor Oak with it saying, "Every journey begins with a choice."
Sir, why you ain't bring that? You could have brought that to BlerdCon. It would have been fine.
No, I just got this.
Oh, well, you can bring that to BlerdCon. It'll be fine.
Okay. Do we need to remember what happened to the Pokédex?
You gave it to him and added more to his collection?
Exactly.
You gave him another Infinity Stone?
I had he was on the show and I said, you know what? Hey, I'll give it to you. And he was like, oh, I was like, yeah, like you owe me a favor now.
Right. Dude, Robert, right? Since you were a kid,
Wait,
I haven't seen that. Yes,
because so you said you gave it to him at a con. Is that a normal thing? Like Blerds and Nerds swapping things out? Because I say that only because I had this nice sword at I want to say DreamCon 2023, and somehow it ended up in Roxy's hand, and I never got it back. Is that my initiation?
I feel like I saw a photo of her with that sword.
Yeah.
I love Roxy. Roxy will get you. You got to be careful. You got to keep your head on the swivel with Roxy.
He don't want it back. He can't even get that through security. It'll be fine. I got it.
I mean, good grief. I respect the woman that would sling diapers as part of a cosplay. Oh my God. I remember that.
That was
good night.
Was that 2022 with the diaper?
No, it was 20.
When was that?
Yeah, it was 22.
I think so.
Yeah, it was 22.
My introduction to Roxy in all of her depravity, but funny. I still, you know what? I still haven't seen that video. I heard that was the first story I ever heard about Roxy, but I still have not seen that video. I need to get my hands on that.
You have to request that footage personally. It'll delete itself in 30 seconds after reading. Because it just popped up one time, and I'm like, what am I looking at? And then it just went. I was like,
Are you talking about the donut?
The donut video was also traumatic, but no, the diaper.
Maybe? I think the donut videos would help to break through a few ceilings.
And then they took it off the menu because they said, y'all not coming back here and doing that shit twice.
I'm getting Roxy back on my show, so yeah, we're gonna have that conversation.
I mean, it'll be a while. God bless you on your surgery Tuesday. Happy healing.
Yes.
Yes. Good Lord, girl.
But yeah, I think 2023 was the year we ran into her as Inuyasha, and I think she was Gojo. Yeah. I ran into her like 3 times with y'all not knowing who she was. Because I ran into her with you and Desiree, and then she just cuts through. I was like, everybody gets a hug. I'm like, who the fuck is this? and then again with me and Cloudy, because we were shooting his video, and then she took his keyblade.
She's breaking people's swords. So
yeah, but then she was like, I thought we was best friends. I'm like, we've talked all of 2 times, including this one, but I appreciate the hug.
Roxy, you are our resident klepto. I need you to slow down, baby.
Oh, but what would you have to talk about if she didn't? Yo, dude, if you hang around with Roxy long enough, you will have a legendary fucking con story with her. She fun. That girl's fun. Yes. Oh, Lord, prayers, baby. Also, please, if you do not know, Roxy has a GoFundMe. It's Roxy Hayes, ROXXY. Please help her out. She is having, I believe it's surgery for her thyroid. Correct. Which means she's not going to be able to talk.
She's gonna be out of commission for a minute,
right?
It's for a while.
She's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, and if you can't do your jobs, you can't make the money. So please, if you can, go check out her GoFundMe, send her something to help her get through this time. She also needs it in order to, maintain the funny. But good luck, Roxy. I wish you well. I hope you do good.
Well, Roxy.
Yeah, boo boo. Okay, back to this comics thing.
Yes.
Here we go.
Are you familiar with any independent comics?
Yes, I am. So, one of my favorite. So, like I said, and I've been fortunate enough to kind of talk to some of these people that's creating it, and I'm pretty sure you guys ran across them and talked to them as well. Tuskegee Airs is one of my favorite indie.
Yes.
I love everything that they're doing, and also if we're talking about it.
He got goodies.
Harriet Tubman D.
There goes David. There goes David.
Hey, go, Mr. Crownson. What it is all over the world.
David. Good.
Happy belated, David. I know you just got
it was. And then one last one.
Wow, he's legal age now. Wow, we gotta celebrate.
Yeah, I don't know where they're at right now, but it was one of the first indie comics that I got into while doing Geek Set and everything like that. And it's from my guy Ant Piper, Trill League. And
what's that?
What's that? Issues and everything like that. But the last I heard that he had inked a deal with 50 Cent to bring it to life as an actual cartoon and everything. But Anthony Piper is Trill League, and it's kind of like DC but with black characters. It's like in that kind of like a Boondocks aesthetic and everything like that. It's really dope.
Okay,
really,
so
really dope.
Can you send me the link? Because I'm number one going to post it on here so people can go and check it out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, this is the first 2 collections and everything. So like that Trail League, man, it's so dope. Trail
League, TRAIL or Trill.
Trill, yep.
Oh, okay. Say less. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to you about that. We're gonna read that. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I love indie comics. Like anytime, that's one of the things that I really love about Artist Alley at cons is that you walk through there, you'll see like the artwork, but I'm an inquisitive person, especially I do these interviews, so I'm asking people about their story and I'm learning about their comics, and then I'm also like throwing it like, hey, just so you know, I'm a voice actor, so if you need a voice, on that little plug in, but. Nonetheless, I got put on to so many dope indie comics and everything like that. And then one that I haven't read, I don't know if I think it's just digital right now. But Cheyenne Awulu, she got her for the comic shop series.
Yes, girl Cheyenne. Yes, my girl Cheyenne. Let's go.
Oh shit,
Pretty Brown and Nerd. Let's go.
I have not been talking about the comic shop at all on here. I have been so wrapped up in all my stuff. I watched all the episodes.
Season finale just happened.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that one yet.
Both cyborgs.
Yes. Oh my god. I gotta watch. Number one, if you have not been, please go and check out the comic shop. It's on YouTube. Just type in the comic shop. It's the first damn thing that pops up. Please.
It's so crazy.
It's good. Like me and my writing, y'all. Y'all been with me for however long. Y'all know story horror. I love a good story very much. Please go and check out. Yes, Bama, the two cyborgs are the voice actors are on the show.
Yes.
And they hugged in real life, and nothing happened to the universe. Yay!
Y'all, if y'all never met Kyrie Payton, let me tell you, that is one of the funniest dudes ever. I met him in San Diego.
Like it.
I met him in San Diego. Was it before COVID? And let me tell you, we chopped it up for a good hour. He is a nut, but he is genuinely one of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah, man. He's on my list of people that I haven't got a chance to interview yet, but I would love to interview. Yeah.
Dude, he has that documentary about his mom. I don't think you would have a hard time.
I'll reach back out. Like I said, I try not to hit up the people that I reach out to too much. So I'll definitely reach back out during this time. Yeah, try to see. Yeah.
Are you like me? Like you let a month go by before you reach out to somebody?
Yeah, I do. I space it out. You know what I'm saying? There's
I'm called
shoot that three and step back.
Like I don't know how. Well, I don't know where is that, but like I've been this close to interviewing Cree Summers for like the past 2 years.
Oh,
do you have her management people, or
he did it?
Was that?
I got to.
She got to at Blerds.
Me and Chris, Blerds of you got to interview her. She's exactly what she serves.
I know she is, because here's the thing, because I'm close with a couple of some of the people in her circle. So like so I didn't hit people up like what I'm saying. Deborah Wilson, I talked about it a lot of time, but Deborah Wilson is kind of like one of my mentors here, especially with my voice acting. And I definitely hit her up like, hey, can you put in a good word real quick?
do you have anybody like on her management's info at all?
Just whatever I got off of IMDb Pro.
Okay,
Tafari, you need to work.
Yeah. No, just throw. Make it happen. Bridges to Bridges.
Yeah. Well, because I found out from at Dragon, her and Phil got the same manager, which I felt weird nagging him through, because it took us like 6 months to make that happen. But yeah, because I've learned, I mean, you probably know already, it's like they'll say yes all the time. It's the manager you got to go through, because it's like, oh, you film on Tuesdays, cool, and the manager's one's like, actually, no, you don't have time for that.
Right. And I do like to go through the official channels, and
it takes a lot of the pressure off the guests of trying to do all the emails and the back and forth, so they can just show up and be happy. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, I found out they are under the same team, so I can see if that is still the case and then pass that over.
Okay, appreciate that.
Bridges to Bridges.
This is that networking we talk about in the Blur community.
Yes, indeed.
Me and him do the same thing. So,
I mean, shout out to everybody that is out there that is afraid to walk up to somebody and start talking to them. Don't let that be your downfall. Don't let that be your Achilles heel. Just don't be fucking weird.
And don't be impatient, because what Phil said yes in September, he ain't come in till New Year's of the next year.
Bro, same, bro. I got a couple of stories like that.
We was like, and he was cool. Like his manager was cool people, because he's like, oh yeah, I was the one who sent Creed to BlurCon, so that was y'all who got to talk to her, and he remembered us, and he was like, after a while, he was like, hey, look, real talk, let's just try this again in 2020. Because it was like, I think this is Dragon 2020. He's like, look, let's just try 2024. Because we kept missing dates. And he was like, just hit me after New Year's, bro. Try me in January. And then we got Phil like the first week.
Yeah,
I cheated how I got Phil. Like I said, I had a couple of other people like, hey, can you, that was like, who would you want to get? I'm like, I would love to talk to Phil Lamar. And then somebody just pulled out their phone and text. Then 2 weeks I had Phil. I was like,
that works. I was
that was my first industry. Like, I got an industry insider.
The odds were against me at that convention. I was basically just hounding the people in charge of press, because it was being kind of gatekeep. I think the strikes had them a little bit spooked. Because I think it was like, it's like, we got all these people, but we don't want to be the place where somebody does or says something they shouldn't. So if we like you, like they had 2 levels of press. It's like, you can sit with us, or we just pretend that you can go sit over there at the kids' table. Mm-hmm. So I very much argued my way into an adult interview. I built one bridge and then took the materials from the last one though in order to do it. Though that area is burnt.
Hey man, bridge building is a big thing. Like I said, I think, like, you know what I'm saying, especially Urban Anime Lounge a lot with what we did with with DreamCon, because when we first got there, they was the one that took a shot on us. Shout out Trish over there, because she you know what I'm saying, has been like a good voice for us as far as Geek Set and getting us in position to be able to do things. And you know, I come from a music background. You know, I was doing music before. That's still my first love, you know, and everything like that. And I used to go to these DJ conventions, and you know, being young, you know what I'm saying, doing music, you always gonna come in with the bravado, like, yo, I'm that, I'm this, you know what I'm saying? And so in hip hop and underground world and DJ world, there's this DJ collective called the Bum Squad DJs. They're the second largest DJ coalition next to the Core DJs. Shout out to the Core DJs, started out in Milwaukee as well too. Shout out DJ Tony Neal. But so this is back then when forum boards was a thing, you know what I'm saying? For those who remember forum boards, but that's what, you know, it's pretty much like I was promoting my music there, and I come in like, yo, I'm hot nigga in Milwaukee, man, y'all check me out and everything like that. And luckily for me, the head of the Bum Squad DJs, his name is DJ Latin Prince, pulled me to the side, or DM, or the equivalent of DM, and said like, hey man, your music is really good. However, you coming in like this, you're gonna make people not want to hear your music. And this is like my first time presenting my music like to the internet, right? So, but I was just always internet savvy because, like I said, my dad is an IT when in the military. That's what he was doing. So I've been around computers my whole life. So he was like, take some time to build with these DJs and kind of learn who they are and everything like that. And you know what I'm saying, they'll be more receptive to your music. So I did that, and that's been my mantra for everything moving forward, right? And it's because I always said, and I always had the philosophy that you never know who someone's going to become. And this is what I saw end up happening for me, was that like I would connect with these DJs and everything like that. And then now in today's world, some of those DJs that I was connecting with there they're at the head of Apple Podcasts. They're somebody that's acting, that, you know what I'm saying, that helped me get into acting. There's somebody that has, you know, they're connected, they're doing the DJing at DreamCon, or they're connected, and so it's like you never know who somebody's going to become, and they remember those moments. So I would take my music, and I was like, because we had access to a studio 24/7, it was like, look, we're going to record what you need, an exclusive song or exclusive freestyle, we're going to knock that out for you, and we're going to give you a drop with it, because you know, DJs love their drops. So same thing, and this is why, you know, even with the podcast and everything, I was like, look, I want to talk to anybody in this culture. I love this culture. So I was like, I don't care if you got a big platform or a small platform. Let me chop it up with you, because one, thank you for platforming me. But two, like I know the grind. I know how much it takes for somebody to get up and do this daily, and you only seeing 2 views or 5 views or 10 views. And to me, if you haven't stopped and you don't, to me, that's that dedication, because I call it like, people are going to backlog. People are going to become a fan of who you are. And now you are the draw. So I'm like, look, I appreciate seeing somebody hustle that hard. And I'm like, I want to be a part of that. And the next thing you know, oh yeah, that person might be the new person on late night TV and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, I remember Deuces. I'm like, hey, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that to me, I'd rather move in positivity. I'd rather move in help. I'd rather move in support than move in, you know, standoff defense and everything, because it makes everything seem so harder if you got to go that route. And it's like, to me, I want to have fun while I do this, but I also want to see it grow, and I also want to play a part if I can help out in it. So yeah, why not be positive about it? Why not approach it with this type of mindset?
I agree. That's why this is my baby. Like, for me, this is year 3. So I was extremely protective of this show when it was in its infancy. And now I'm like, all right, I'm going to all right, I got all the outlets covered. I have all the plug covers in place. You know, the stove locks are on. Okay, I'm going to let you walk around a little bit and breathe. But it's definitely, bruh. See, watching and learning other people move that way, but also knowing that hoping that the way that I am growing this thing, it's going to bloom into something bigger with like no, what is it? Not animosity. Without me getting the big head, it's just like, I want to see this turn into something bigger than just me sitting here in my room, chopping it up with people. Like I want this to turn into something where even if I'm not in the room, it helps somebody else.
But you know, so this is what I truly believe why I think that we are in that era of this happening. It is because we had conversations earlier today, just on this pod, about other creators, and we talked about it like it was just the norm. Oh yeah, you know, Roxy. Oh yeah. You know, even the big names. You know, I had to, you know, it took Phil forever to get on my podcast. You know, but it's like the reason why I think that makes it the norm and the natural is because now it becomes this culture. These are the names. These are some of the people that you should know, and we are all together in it. Like, you know, I'm a fan of podcasts, and I love podcasts. And one of the things that I noticed, like, if you listen to like the big name podcasts, like the Joe Budden podcast, the Drink Champs, whatever, Rory Maul, and everything like that, they're name dropping people. And unless you are like tapped into hip hop or podcasts, you're like, wait, who are these people? But if you are, you know that it doesn't seem wild for Joe Budden to reference something that Rory, that's a whole situation. Nori did. Sorry about that. Like Noriega did, or they talk about Low from Apple Music. Like, it's like there's certain names, and so I always said with blerd culture growing, we should be able to do that, right? We should be able to talk about, you know what I'm saying, Cheyenne and what she's doing, and it's not like, like it doesn't seem like odd that we brought her up in Room Full of Blerds, or if I'm on Geek Set and I bring up something, you know what I'm saying, that Navy did, is I expect my fan base to be like, oh yeah, we know Navy, and it's like, oh yeah, we did see that video, because it makes the conversation and the ecosystem seem like this is that norm, and that's what I thrive for and strive for. Is like I want blerd culture and the people within it. I want everybody to have their respective shine. There's so much room for all of us that everybody can do that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. I got to
preaching to the choir on that one.
I said, don't give him the kitty yet.
All of it. All the claps. All the claps. Everything. You get everything on that one.
Side note, Bama, we did notice you walk out the room. I know while we were talking. Just want to let you know.
I wasn't going to put you on blast, Bama, but you said it very loud and proud.
Bama tried so hard to be a part of the conversation. Like, Bama, we see you, bruh.
We see you. You are not.
You ain't brought us snacks at first. You ain't ordered a pizza and there and nothing. So guess what?
We're having a melding of minds.
So can I ask you a question?
One thing. I love this blerd culture. I love the positive ecosystem that is here. Anywhere that you go, even when you have a bad moment in blerd culture, it's like, all right, this happened next. Like it all of the good that happens within the ecosystem that we have, it overshadows anything bad. So far. I'm hoping that it will continue to be that way for a very, 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 very long time. That's it.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, with everything that you've achieved, has there been a banner moment during your journey thus far that has made you look back and say, that's the reason why I do what I do?
That's a good question.
Because I could use mine, because I started mine 2013, but it wasn't until I started doing my show on Instagram and bringing in different creators that people were starting to see that there were us out there creating all of these beautiful things. And I just said, this is why I do what I do. So what is that for you?
Okay, so I got one that's heartfelt, and I got one that I'm like, it's kind of like my little braggadocious moment.
You make me cry. You and I
we like
to
get flex on this show. Flex, boo.
You make me cry. We're gonna have problems, sir. Okay, I'm just telling you right now.
All right, so I will start with the little braggadocious moment, because this was a moment that I was like, yo, I'm actually a part of this culture in a way that, like, whoa, this actually moves something within the culture. And shout out to my good friend KevOnStage, because KevOnStage for the longest has been wanting to get into anime, right? And because his sons is into anime, so his sons
we know this journey.
His sons are the ones that talk to him everything about it and everything. But Kev is also a person that, you know what I'm saying, I've been fortunate enough to be able to actually have conversation with him. We text and chop it up, and he was like, all right, this anime thing that my kids keep talking about, let me know, Deuces, what should I get into, right? And that relationship came from, I interviewed him, and then when they came here, him to here and Mel Mitchell came to this Geek Set studio, and they was freaking out and nerding out about all of our stuff, right? And so I kind of felt like we became Kev's nerd homies. So I'm the person, when I like making lists for my hood homies, and I like making lists for people saying like, all right, this, like, you know, so I use our terms. So I'm like, all right, you want to watch an anime with people catching these hands? All right, watch these animes. You want to watch, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that? Watch these animes and everything, right? But again, I told you guys, I'm a fan of this culture. I'm a fan of comedy. I'm a fan of content creation. So watching Kev all these years, I know, like, okay, he loves Game of Thrones. He loves The Wire. He loves all this stuff. So he was like, all right, so where should I start? And he was going off some stuff, and he threw an Attack on Titan in there. And I said, Kev, start on Attack on Titan. I guarantee you are going to love it.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
when he said it, they said, all right, y'all, I'm starting anime. I'm starting with Attack on Titan. The amount of comments was like, who would start with Attack on Titan?
Yo, episode 1, you go and get therapy. What are we thinking here, ladies? My mama just became a snack, nigga.
This had to be like just around the time we had Cleo on Blerds Eye, because he literally was like, I've heard people will start from Attack on Titan. They're like, what are you doing? Like, why would you start? And then right. Actually, I made a stitch back when that happened. I was like, it was between Kev and Cleo. Like, why would you start someone on that? And then Kev is like, why did I do this to myself?
But dark-sided soul. Why would you just throw him into the abyss like that?
Because here's my philosophy.
I approve of this choice, though.
Here's my philosophy. My philosophy is this. All right, when somebody's getting into anime, for me, especially if I know you and things that you like, why would I start you off with like soft launch you and let me get you into what I think is peak for you? And that was so peak for Kev that it started #Kev on anime. So that's I'm like, hey, listen here. I done help give y'all some hilarious content here by helping Kev be like, all right, I'm starting with here. I'm getting hooked on this. And now he just linked up with Crystal Chanel. I just saw a photo of Kev and Crystal Chanel.
I need to, and you know what? I have a bone to pick with her too. Cause what? One Piece? Girl. Now listen, look, he ain't never gonna be able to get off of that tit.
Hold on, I want to let you know. Crystal Chanel, that's my captain. Oh
God.
Because I'm a One Piece as well.
I'm gonna tell y'all, like I say, tell everybody else, it's a cult and it's fine if you want to be part of a cult. I prefer to have free will and be able to find the end of everything. I'm not saying it's a bad anime, y'all. Y'all can come for me if you want to, but I promise I will put you down. But it's a lot. It's a lot, bruh. It's a lot. It's a lot, and you can't tell me there's no dry spells in that hoe. But see, just be honest with me.
Okay, but here's
just be honest. That's all I'm saying.
When somebody's asking about anime and how to get into it, it is a generational thing, depending on what they suggest. And I say that because I started anime when Sci-Fi Channel was doing it once a year, the Anime Film Festival once a year on the weekend. So for me, my exposure was Fist of the North Star, Vampire Hunter D, Ghost in the Shell, Akira, all of those. So I'd be like, okay, start here because you're not ready for this. We come about another 10 years, somebody would say, okay, well then you try Sailor Moon or you try so-and-so. We get another generation, Full Metal Alchemist, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star. It depends. Right. It all depends. So you got to look at this person and go, what tolerance does this person have? Because I'm not going to sit there and say, oh yeah, go ahead and start watching the most Goblin Slayer. Yeah, go ahead and watch Goblin Slayer. Come back to me in about a year. Come back, man. You will lose friends. They will set fire to your house. There'll be crank phone call, man. So I get that. You just look at this person and say, okay, what can I suggest to you that will not make you fall apart? So I approve of Attack on Titan because but he said he liked Game of Thrones. So guess what? Throw him into the deep end because he's already floating. So throw him in the deep end. Just make it animated. I mean, come on. People were catching hands and swords and everything else in the first few episodes of Game of Thrones. Attack on Titan just said, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna make it all in one episode. There you go. Trauma. There you go.
So that's my like braggadocious one. My heartfelt one is so at one point we were working with the Milwaukee public school system. I mean, we was doing kind of like just like they had what it was called like a comic book day right? But we was just getting into our journey of doing live podcasting and everything. So they was like, hey, we want to invite y'all. Can y'all do the live podcasting? So we got to pretty much do like at DreamCon or BlurCon, but it was just us in front of all these kids, right? And so the kids was drawing, they was making comics. And our live podcast is kind of like, I want to say like 85 South a little bit, like it's very involved in everything. So we was like, let's give the kids that energy. So the kids still had that same fun. We was like, look, y'all can talk to us. This is not a panel. Y'all can talk to us. Y'all can yell. So we debating with kids like, no, what you talking about? No, Sonic better than this is Shadow better than Sonic. And, it was great. But the moment that I was like, this is what I do it for, because we was like, we want to show people, because the overall message was, there's different ways that you can use your voice. Mm-hmm. Like as a kid, like if you're a nerd and you like these things, don't think that it ain't cool. Don't think that, you know what I'm saying, that's not that no more. When we was telling them about, at that early stage, telling them about BlerdCon, telling them about DreamCon, telling them about how much, in this blurred space there is, and saying that, you find your niche, find what you want to do, but also know you can love the things that you do. You can love these things without feeling type of weird, right? And so probably like 3 months after that, I'm walking around at the grocery store. Now, all I wear is my own merch, Geek Set, Geek merch, and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, I just hear this little voice like, Deuces! And I look, and I'm like, and so I just saw the kid, and I'm like, I don't know this kid. So at first, it was alarming. You know what I'm saying? But then the mom came around and she was like, oh, no, he was at my school. And it was like, I want to do a podcast now. And it was like, oh, man, I would talk about comics with my cousin and my dad and just had this full-blown conversation. And the mom was like, yeah. After that, he came on. He was just talking a mile a minute about these cool dudes that came to the school, talking about being a black nerd and everything like that. She was like, so, he's been diving deeper into it and doing more things about it. And I was like, yo, this is really dope. Like that was just like, I didn't know that was going to be one of those type of things. So that's my heartfelt one.
Oh, yeah.
That's dope, man.
Oh, Geek Sets for the kids.
I want to do more of that. Like I said, the lady that we was working with, she went on working somewhere else. But I was like, that's one thing that I was like, I do like speaking with the youth. I got a large family. You know what I'm saying? And so, and like, I got one of those families where it's like, my mom got 7 siblings. My dad got 8 siblings. Each of those siblings had 3 kids. Each of those kids, which is in like my range, we all got 3 kids. So it's like, our family's huge, right? And so with the kids, it's always, you know what I'm saying, playing around with the kids. And what's crazy is, and this is what also I love doing this right now, because, AMP, RDC World, Cleo, Berlizzi, right now to the youth, they are out of this world, mega stars. So when my little cousins, you know what I'm saying, they're seeing me chopping it up with Berlizzi, or they're losing their mind. I'm like, yeah, y'all think I'm cool.
I had one of my relatives call me, like she called me out of nowhere, and I'm like, the fuck? We don't never talk before Christmas and maybe New Year's. What are you calling me for? She's like, oh, Cleo Thomas, you said I was like, yes. He was like, when are you gonna see him again? I'm like, baby, I don't know. I truly don't know. But if I can, I promise I will call you. You better pick up the phone.
Oh my goodness.
When I do.
I had 3 moments like that with my family. One, and this is where it meant a lot to me. My pops, my pops, military guy and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? So he might not always show emotion, but it's like, I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I still want him to be proud of me, every time. So when I interviewed Bill Duke, that's when he was like,
oh no, that's old hat. Nah, bro. That's
yes.
Yeah, that's Bill Duke. My aunt, the funniest thing ever. So I interviewed Hannah Hall from The Chi, and my aunt, for whatever reason, really thought that she was Tiffany in The Chi. So she was like, hey, next time you talk to her, can you tell her to slide me the recipe for them edibles? I said, Auntie, that's a show. That ain't She don't really make those.
Why are you asking me to pass you the I can't give you the drug recipe, even if I could.
And then as of now, KevOnStage is pretty much I know it's a joke on that, but he gets the Tyler Perry treatment. I got family that'd be like, "Hey, just call Kev, tell him put you on there." I'm like, "You can't. It's not like that. You can't."
It doesn't work like that.
If believe me, if it worked like that, I would be working more. It don't work like that, baby, at all. Oh, bruh. Dude, we've been geeking out for like
Yeah,
exactly. That's this is what this is all about.
It's a room of similar minds and experiences. I was with a buddy of mine from school because I pretty much had a solo training arc for my anime journey in college. But one of my buddies moved out here and he had a Christmas party. We were just shooting a few beers back, and he just bust out. So when the fuck did you and Hector Zeroni become friends? Like, what did I miss? He's like, and why is Zero dressed as Powerline? What is happening? I was like, I was doing this since because I've been doing this since they met me. They just never seen other people because we went to a PWI, so I was like the only one they knew.
That's it. That's what it takes. It takes one famous person that they recognize, and then they start looking. They're like, wait. That's so the running joke in Geek Set, because I do all the interviews. They all, you know what I'm saying. The running joke is I'm the famous one, right? However, Bacardi, because he does all the merch, right? And he does the merch, he does it by hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just ordering from Cafe Press. Like, we got everything here. Bacardi be here putting in work, right? So all the celebrities that we chop it up with and then we send them merch, Bacardi, you know what I'm saying? He's wearing it, right? So Carl Jones kind of went on like a tour with this geek hat, right? And Bacardi literally made that, right? And I told him, like, bro, you on Vlad TV, bro, you on News, right? So this is where the jokes changed, because when we did the Sway in the Morning interview, right? It was me, Bacardi, and my brother Didge. That changed for everybody. Didge in his friend group and in his Discord, now they calling him the famous one. Bacardi, he's like, man, he was like, bro, I was at my hood cousin house, and then they just all like, yeah, man, they go famous Bacardi. I was like, finally, y'all can get what y'all been trying to give me, because I'm like, look, just because we in the vicinity, I'm like, it doesn't mean we famous, but I'm like, but y'all got to go through all the things that I went through as well now, and so
get what is it? Get it out the dirt like I did, bro. It's not that easy.
But like I said, it takes is one person. It takes one person that you identify with.
But you know what's crazy? How when you interact with someone, at one point they are someone that you admire, and they have trailblazed for you somehow. But then as time goes on, you don't see them in that same light. You see them as an equal. You see them as someone that you can talk to, have these conversations. But we don't always remember that there are people on the other side who still see them that way, and we're like, oh, that's so and so. And how you know so and so? I know so and so. So like Shanae and Shanice. Shanae Cole is on the comic shop. I know her and her sister, and we go back a few years, and I see them in San Diego all the time. I call them my favorite stalkers, because they always find me before I see them. So this year I jumped up on them and I say, hey, they went, hey, I said, yeah, y'all ain't sneaking up on me like you did last year and everything. So we took a picture, posted up, and somebody hit me up on Instagram and said, how you know them? You know famous people? It's like, they're friends of mine. Who are you? Did you take your meds? I mean,
but you know, for me, that when I step back and I think like that, that's what keeps me humble in general, right? Because when I think about like where I want to go, like, you know, we are in that same space of content and creating. So we all have goals and aspirations that we want to be, right? Where we want to go, right? So there's places that I'm like, all right, I want to get there. I'm not there yet. So I still got a lot of work, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm still hustling and bustling. But when I step back and I'm like, I also got to make sure that I acknowledge that I am in an extremely blessed situation here. Like, I've interviewed so many people that I consider legends, that people consider legends. And the great thing about, you know, long form interviews, and, you know, if you're genuine, a lot of the people that I interview, we still stay in contact. I became part of their anime friend group and stuff like that, to the point where I'm like, oh yeah. So like I often tell people all the time when they, you know, sometimes, you know, the views ain't where I want it to be at, or sometimes the output ain't where I want it to be at. I don't get too upset about it, because I still feel like there's still people who thrive to get to where I'm at. There's still people where and I feel like still the work is going to reach the people that it's going to be, right? You know, I'll do an interview, and then 5 months down the road, views start popping up crazy out of nowhere. But then people are getting that insight, and I feel like that's kind of what I want Deuces to be known for. I want when people think of Deuces, I want it to be always thinking about positivity. I want it to be like, oh, you know, even if it's just, oh, the dude that be interviewing people, then I'm okay with that. The dude, like, man, he don't ever say anything negative. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be able to exist in this world where it's just like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, or people get something from it. You know, I love when I see a comment from somebody where they're like, oh, I didn't even know this. You know. Again, I'm a researcher. One of my favorite interviews is Nardwar. So I always go for that moment for people to be shocked, like, wait, where did you find that at? Or how did you know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love those moments where I can have that in an interview with somebody.
Yeah, I love that too. Ooh, but being at DreamCon and getting surprised with people showing up on panels, and I got to do that last minute. Oh shit. Let me do that Google. So you said in 2012 that you liked apple pie shaped dinosaurs. Okay. What did you feel about, like, I love being able to do that. I love, because if for me it's that and finding a good fucking sale. Those two things, baby.
Oh, I'm a con hunter. Oh, yeah. I'm a hunter at con.
I was trying to tell everybody I had a nerd. Y'all need to just take the badge and do that last roam through the hall on Sunday after it closed. when
Sunday.
When everyone has made their money and now they don't want to pay for shipping or extra baggage, they want to get rid of shit.
Yeah, and also make sure you look around in the back in the corner, because a lot of times they'll have certain things. Do I got it here? It's somewhere in here, but I got a Mandalorian mask that lights up and everything. But what it was,
her whole face.
Hey, but what's crazy about it is, you know how, like, you have an old, like, you know when you put like a bag in the attic or something like that to get that yellow discoloration and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around at the con, I'm looking, it's Sunday, I'm trying to find me something to come home with and everything like that. And I look, I'm like, it's this really discolored bag. And so I'm looking, I'm like, what is that? And I was like, hey, man, what is that? And he was like, oh, yeah, it's just this Star Wars mask. Like, the guy didn't even know. This is how I knew he got in trouble. So I got two stories where I got two people.
Go for it, man.
All right. So I'm like, all right, man, I was like, and so I recognized what it was. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, well, how much is that? It was like, 25. I was like, bet. Gave it a 25. So
I can't.
Yep. So when I walked up to the front, his wife literally gave it a look like 25. I'm like, yeah, he said 25. So I know that he got in trouble there. Second time. So at Geek Set Studio, we got a couple of old school consoles. So I'm a console hunter. And I remember this was at Anime Milwaukee. So I see a Sega Genesis, right? And I was like, oh, we ain't got one for the studio yet. And so I was like, all right, I was like, this is a Sega Genesis. And I was like, so how much the Sega Genesis? He had 2 controllers wrapped up with it. He had Sonic 2, Mortal Kombat 2, and then, there was just Sonic 2 and Mortal Kombat 2. I was like, well, how much for the Sega Genesis? He was like, I could do 60. I said, 60? Yeah. Right? This is day 1. This wasn't even Sunday.
What?
Day 2, I come walking around. I go back to that same booth. The wife looked at me. She was like, hold on. She was like, she wanted to talk to me about the prices.
Yeah. Oh my God, you sound like one of our podcast co-hosts, Spartan. Oh my God, just ramping up the. Oh my God,
catching deals, man. You gotta listen here. You gotta catch them deals at them cons, man.
Man, did you get any freebies from DreamCon this year? Because the way they was trying to get rid of all that Adidas collab gear towards the end of the event,
bro. Every time, bro, I was always 5 seconds late when they was tossing out the DreamCon sweaters. I was like, who came? Rob J, my homie Rob J came. He was like, yeah, they're just giving these out. I was like, weird. He's like, oh, they was just right there. I was like, dang.
They was giving them out, but if you stayed after the hall closed and before security started tripping on everybody, they had I guess the Adidas collab booth with all like the the Dreamers merch that they had. They was just trying to get rid of all of it, so that you had like. I got so much that my first Martian Blueberry bag burst, like it ripped. Like wow. Chris was like, "Oh, damn, for real." I'm like, "No, it's not a bad bag. I think I overdid it. I put like one hoodie too many in here. I got a bunch of hoodies. I got a bunch of long sleeve stuff, stuff from the YouTube Loud. They was in there because then it just becomes like a swap meet because the vendors are like, I made my money. I'm not trying to take this home or pay for the extra bag fee. So here you go, here you go. I got a free.
I racked up at the YouTube Lounge now. That I did rack up there.
Man,
that was my first time. So here's this last DreamCon. I want to let you guys know. This last DreamCon changed a lot for Geek Set. All right, up until this point of last year's DreamCon, we've been press, right? And then I had the fortunate enough the opportunity to moderate the Martian Blueberry panel, and so at that point we became out. So we wasn't press anymore. We was guests or talent, yeah. And the perks that come with talent, I said, oh my God. I said, I ain't never had this much. Like, bro, this changed our whole experience. And so now I was like, we're gonna try to lean into this talent thing and try to see if we can get there.
It's like going to first class for free by accident on purpose. It's from what I have seen and heard. I'll be like, wait a minute, how come you get? Where do I get one of those? Are they selling those in the back? How could you get an extra one? Nah, bro, no.
But here's what we want to do and where we want to grow eventually with Geek Set. Is that we want to be able to tackle.
Before you get into that, I want to actually get into the origin of Geek Set because we haven't even talked about that at all yet. We've been chopping it up,
we've been nerding
into it really nice.
We've been doing what we're supposed to be doing.
So, what questions do you have about the origins?
Who started it? When did y'all get started? How did y'all evolve? All of that good stuff. But let's start off with who had the idea.
So I did.
Okay.
So again, I keep on, I use me being a fan of a lot of things that kind of move me into kind of what I want to do. I'm a person, my parents definitely instilled in me that you can do whatever you want to do in life, just as long as you commit and do it, as long as ain't nothing crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So when podcasts start popping off at first, because again, my first love is hip hop. I am a hip hop historian. I love hip hop. And I wanted to do a podcast about hip hop. But at the time, I couldn't get any of my homies to do a podcast myself. A podcast with me. And at that moment, I was like, I don't really want to do a podcast by myself. I kind of, saying this is when, like I said, the I'll Name This Podcast Later was first out. So that was the Joe Budden podcast before it was. I was loving that. This is when Deezus and Mero was going crazy. Tax Stone had his podcast. So it was like, I was loving that era of hip hop podcasts. And I was like, oh, I want to bring my contribution to it. So as much as I cape for like blurred culture, my cape was Midwest hip hop. Like I love hip hop, all cultures of it, but I was like, I wanted to help amplify the voice of Midwest hip hop to the point where I used to run an online radio station called The Real Midwest Radio and everything like that. It was the sister station to Dirty South Radio online. So it was like, it was just something that I used to do.
But go. I'm so, bro, no, you can't just drop that and be like, "Hey, yo, I used to run a lot of stuff." You've done everything, but go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So at the time, I was like, all right, well, I guess I ain't gonna do a podcast. But I kept on wanting to still do a podcast. So a couple of years go by, and then podcasting still evolving, and still not to this point. But I was like, all right, there was so many hip hop podcasts. I was like, all right, what can I bring to this podcast space? And I was like, what else do I feel that I love a lot or that I can talk a lot about where I won't get tired of? And I was like, you know what? I really love this geek culture, comic books, anime, video games. And the light bulb moment was the very, very first trailer of Black Panther came out. And in that very, very first trailer, they used Run the Jewels as the soundtrack. Now, and every geek podcast that I was watching, nobody highlighted the fact that this dope ass hip hop crew, this is like an underground hip hop crew, but kind of mainstream. Run the Jewels was on the very, very first Black superhero movie. I mean, first Marvel Black one. Let's say shout out to Blade, but the very, very first, Marvel, Disney, major MCU Black. I said nobody is talking about this aspect, and I said that's what I wanted to be. I want to be able to talk about hip hop and geek culture and how they intertwine with each other, right? So I did at the time, my guy, he had like a little small podcast network within Milwaukee, saying called the Urban Mogul Lounge. So I was like, all right, well, I can probably have a home there, but I was like, but let me figure this out. So I put out a Facebook post and I said, look, I want to do a podcast around hip hop and geek culture. Anybody interested, let me know. And the one thing that I knew about podcasting that I didn't want to do is I didn't want to have to take the time to learn a new host. So when people was tagging some of my people that I knew, they tagged my guy Lib, was a producer in Milwaukee, and then Bacardi. And so once they tagged them, I was like, well, shit, I know them. I did music with them. I was on the albums. I was like, this would be easy. So we linked up together. We got together. We put some steaks on the grill, and then we brainstormed about what this is going to be. And so I wish we had that original moment where we was trying to map out the names, because we was going over all dope hip hop groups and trying to like geekify the name.
Yeah.
And somehow we landed on Geek Set, which was, obviously a derivative of Dipset, right? And so it was like, man, that's it. So the very, very first iteration of Geek Set, we was just audio. And I do graphic design. So what I did was episode 1 up until probably like episode 128 is that I would alter mixtape covers, the Dipset album mixtape covers.
Yeah.
And I would put our faces. So let's say if we're talking about Dragon Ball Z and Demon Slayer on this episode, it'd be our faces, but Goku as well, but in like the mix. And you can find those online in those early episodes of audio. It was just mixtape covers of us and just anime and geek stuff and everything like that. So that was like our thing. We would do that, try to build some traction. We used to start off with the Dipset anthem. And at that point, we really just wanted to show that niggas like this culture, right? That was like really like our mantra. We was definitely really, really like ragtag and like kind of like we was wilding, right? But then when things started to feel like, oh, we actually got something here. That's when we started taking it serious. We got an original beat. We started, taking it and everything like that. And then we was like, all right, let's figure out our aesthetic and who we are. And then so we started doing a little bit of live stuff, and we started doing WakandaCon. This is when Black Panther first came out. They had a WakandaCon in Chicago, and that was our very, very first live. So we went down to Chicago, did that, and that's when we was like kind of mapped out how we do our lives. I was like, I don't want the door to be shut. I was like, nobody knows who we are. So I was like, let's keep that door open. And our regular banter I felt so good about our regular banter that people are going to hear it and start coming in. And so they put us in a room that probably held like 75. And at that time, I think we filled it up to like 45. So that was a huge for us. For our first, like, oh shit, we got something here, right? And so we wanted to start doing more and more of that. And so we started kind of like trying to polish the podcast, started to do a little bit more, do more live events. And then we started going to those like Anime Milwaukee. We had Wisconsin Comic-Con here, Anime Milwaukee, and then another one called MightyCon. And we did Wisconsin Comic-Con first. And that's when we was bringing out like the camera and everything, interviewing people. And that's when I kind of got like the knack of, I want to talk to people. So my first big interview was at MightyCon, and this is more so just like a comic book swap meet convention, like one of those. It wasn't like a convention, literally just vendors, right? But this is how green. I mean, how green we definitely was with this. It was like, all right, we gonna live podcast at the event, not knowing what this event is going to be or anything. So they put us at a table, and it's just all these people. We had wireless mics, and we literally. Like, it's funny because we just going out there just talking to people while they trying to buy comic books. So a lot of the audio is you hear people negotiating like, all right, man, I give you $3 for that. No, it's 15. All right, what about this? And it's just like, hey, so yeah, man, you like DC, right? Everything like that. But this is where I feel like the universe speaks to you. They put right next to us was Steve Cardenas, the Red Ranger. The second Red Ranger, right? So big Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan. And I noticed it and I said, I'm gonna interview him. I didn't know how to approach him or anything like that. So I was like, let's just be us. We just gonna make sure that we be lit and he's gonna want to come over here. So we was doing our thing, having fun. Fighter Z at first just came out. So my guy Liv, he was more of a gamer. He bought a little TV. So he challenging people playing Fighter Z on the floor and everything. Like it was a time. So at one point we took a little break, and then Steve Cardenas pulled up to the side like, hey, so what is this? And we was like, oh yeah, we Geek Set. The Geek Set Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh yeah, this is dope. I was like, we would love to interview. He's like, sure. And then without even prepping him, I'm like, all right, what up? This Deuces from the Geek Set Podcast. I got Steve Cardenas here. And he goes, go, Geek Set Ranger. And I said,
Done.
oh my God. I said, yeah.
Got it in one.
Oh, that is priceless, man.
At that point, I was like, yo, this is what we doing. We are nerd reporters. We are reporting on the culture. Let's do this podcast. We took it serious. We started doing it. Later on, I brought in my brother Didge so we get off on tangents as we see here.
Have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. And I wanted to get somebody to bring us in. My brother, my younger brother Didge, he's always been kind of like the straight guy, the guy that still keep people on time. So what I had thought bringing him in, because he was just supposed to be our audio engineer, was that, right? And he was going to bring us in and everything like that. What it was about Endgame. When Endgame came out, this is when Didge made his debut. We talk about Endgame, and Didge like, hey, no, I got to talk on this one. So we put a mic on his engineer. It used to be Didge in the booth. So when we do our intros, Bacardi, Lib, Didge in the booth. And then at some point, because again, Didge is more, he is definitely our technical person, but he's also our more structured person. So he started reaching out to people. I don't know how this happened, but he ended up getting into contact with Earwolf. And Earwolf was like, we're reading Black voices for Black History Month. And we want to celebrate Geek Set. And so Didge was like, well, we got to capitalize off this. Let's shoot video with this. And I was like, all right, bet, but we don't got no camera. Just like, don't worry about it. He invested. He got a Black Magic camera right out the gate. And so he was like, I was like, oh shit. So that's why I was like, oh shit, my brother's serious about this.
Come on, man.
Well, no. We got to go to the next level. We got something here. Like you said, y'all got something here.
Yeah. And so we shot the video, and that was our Earwolf episode. But then since then, Didge been on camera, and he's been more so any aesthetic that you see, like audio or video, that's all Didge. He handles all that. But he's the one that been making sure that we get our video on, make sure we got us on video, and that kind of changed the course of Geek Set. And then the next biggest milestone part that kind of changed the course was when COVID hit, because we started going to these conventions, started doing more of this, and we was like, all right, we don't want to lose the traction and momentum that we've been building here, because everybody was sitting down. And so I was like, all right, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I said, I still watch a lot of these podcasts, consume a lot of these people's content. I said, I want to learn and have long form content conversations with these people. And so I was like, I'm gonna reach out to some of these people and see if we can have conversations about them while we still do digital, Zoom podcasting. So my very, very first interview was with the hip hop artist Mickey Fax. Now, within music, I've done music with Mickey Fax. I got a music video out with him, and so I know that he's a big gamer, hip hop head. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start off with him, and we was talking about everything. And that episode went wrong in every way possible. This is my first time using Zoom. I forgot to turn it off of grid. I forgot to turn it off of speaker mode. So, and the way I have it, I wanted to just have me here and him here. So, bro, that editing took forever, because when I was talking, it went straight to me full screen. So what I had to do was, every time I'm talking on his screen, I had to put a picture of him. And every time he's talking, I had to put a picture of me. And I had to go back and forth throughout that. I had to edit that whole episode like that. But it turned out dope, because within that was like, I immediately was able to get traction with that, because he told a story about how this Street Fighter game was supposed to happen between him, Just Blaze, Hit Boy, Lupe Fiasco, Joe Budden, and it never happened. And he said because they were scared. So I clipped it, put it out there, and I wake up the next morning and it's Joe Budden, Just Blaze, Mickey Fax, Neo, Hit Boy, all arguing on Twitter about this Street Fighter match. Like, no, we can get in it right now. What you talking about? And I was like, yo, this all came from my podcast. And I was like, yo, this was really dope. And I was like, I want to continue to do that. So me, I'm a person that I shoot my shot with people. I'm like, I shoot my digital shot, right? And so I was like, all right, another person whose content I've been consuming a whole lot for years is Wesley What's Good Armstrong. And I'm like,
yeah, Wes.
I'm like, yo, Wes is dope. And I was like, I wonder if I can get him on. Reached out to him. He jumped on. He was episode 2. And then I was like, all right, I also consume Timothy De La Ghetto stuff. Let me see if I can get him on. Reached out to him, got him on. And I was like, oh, this is all right, we got something here. So I was like, I'm gonna do an interview every Saturday, you know what I'm saying, try to get it. And I kept on building. And then what kicked the door wide open was, and this is go back to my music thing. One of the DJs that I met way back when was a DJ named DJ Crystal Bubbling. She's out of New York. She later on in life became an actress, right? And
wait, why does her name? No, her name legit like actually sounds familiar. But go ahead, go ahead.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't know her. But she was in like there was a documentary about the McDonald's Monopoly. You know what I'm saying? And she played one of the characters in there, and they're like retelling of it and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, bet. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, bet. So let me go ahead and no, take it back. So connect with her. She's been one of my supporter of my music and everything as long as I can think of, right? So as I'm interviewing people, you know what I'm saying, I get down, like I reached out to Gene Ellie from Insecure, was able to get him, reached out to Van Lathan, was able to get him. I'm like, it was really dope traction. So I had a list, and this is why one of my tattoos is kind of like a no-face black woman, because there's black women in my life always seem to have came around and like angel wings blessed me and helped me out in ways that I can't even express. So because there's so many strong black women in my life, that's what I got tattooed on me. And I always say in creation and for where I'm at is one of those people, because as I was interviewing people, again, I'm watching all this content. I'm like, man, I would love to get Kev on. And I'm reaching out to the right necessary channels. And I'm like, it's not working. And then Kev started his KevOnStage Studios app. And I just so happened to see Crystal Bubbling pop up on that app with him, because they was doing the improv show. And she's the host of the improv show. And so I'm like, oh, shit, this is my homie. All right. So I'm like, all right. So I hit up Crystal. I'm like, hey, Crystal, I'm hat in hand. Hey, I got a little question I want to ask you real quick. She's like, well, I'm like, so you, how cool are you with like Kev? She was like, okay, that's my guy. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, still beating around the bush. And she flat out was like, nigga, what you want? I was like, I don't want to interview Kev. She's like, all right. She hit him up. Probably like 4 hours later, Kev emailed me like, all right, what's good? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, yo, and that KevOnStage interview opened up the door for all of All Def to come through, all the comedians to come through, and things just started going crazy from there as far as interview-wise go.
I love it.
Dude, you've been on the street, like whatever. This is what people say. If something is meant for you, it will happen. You are the personification of that, bro. On top of the fact that you are a good human fucking being, is stellar. I root for you consistently and always in everything that you fucking do, because please, I need more of you out in the universe. It doesn't have to all be clickbait and pinning one person against one another. No, you can actually just celebrate people and chit chat, shoot the shit without it having to turn into something negative. I love you. Yeah. I heart you like so much.
Notice there's no gatekeeping in any of our stories.
No, and with my platform, that's the main thing that I always have. I realized and I started seeing that within the podcast space that it does become clickbaity, right? And I said, I'd rather the clickbait be something positive, right? Yeah. Versus, you know what I'm saying? Because I realized I'm like, I've had people on my platform in the midst of controversy, and I'm like, I'm not going to ask that. I don't want that. I'd rather people be happy about. I'd rather who I interview also be happy about the interview. I don't want them to be ashamed, like, damn, I said something I want to say. But also, I like my viral clips to be something of discovery. You know what I'm saying? I like my viral clip. Like right now, one of my I interviewed Danielle Nicolay from The Flash, right? She plays she plays Cecile, right? But what some people don't know is that she's a voice actress that was on Naruto. And she talked about it on my interview.
Wait,
yeah. Right
I remember seeing her interview. I'm sorry. Yeah.
One of my most viral clips on TikTok is her saying like she didn't even know how big the show was until one day she was at lunch with one of her friends and she dropped it like, yeah, I'm doing this for this show called Naruto, and everybody went crazy and she didn't know. half of the people in the comments was like, wait, when did Barry Allen fuck up the timeline so bad that Cecile is in Naruto? And the other half was like, I didn't even know. But it's like, I like those to be my moments, not, oh, Deuces caught somebody up in this or talking shit about somebody. No, I'd rather viral content be something of a dope moment or a discovery and things like that.
Right. It doesn't have to be all about the negativity. There are people that do enough good that don't get celebrated. Oh God. But even then that you got to tread carefully with some of that shit, because even though you're trying to like hype up one particular person, if it's real fucking bad. I say all that to say, just be careful. Just be careful. Jesus. Well, shit. Are you good to still stick? Are you? I'm giving you an out if you need it. If you feel like you need moments,
I probably can do like another 10.
Okay.
It's dope to hear how much his story kind of parallels ours and mine, especially. It's just nice to meet other people on the same mission who've had, because we've had similar other moments with our shows too. But it's just like research and stuff. It's like, I feel like, why has nobody else ever asked? Like when we was at DreamCon, because I'm like, I don't think people realize Carl is tube steak. So I told her when she was doing the interview, and when she brought it up as like a question of their marriage, it was like, so what would tube steak say about you getting married? And you see Love's head just hit the floor, like, or like nobody ever asked Phil about, hey, so why were you just randomly in Spider-Man 2 with Donnell Rollins? Like, how did y'all both end up in the same picture, like carrying Toby on a train?
Yeah.
And then
you know what's crazy? And this is one of the things that I was holding on to, and somebody finally asked it. And it's crazy that somebody finally asked it last year. So again, I'm a big hip hop head, right? Mm-hmm. One of the things that I always wanted to know. So Jay-Z's he's my GOAT. Jay-Z, I'll hold Jay-Z at high regard. On the Black Album, there's a song called The Threat. And in that song, Cedric the Entertainer randomly is this random character yelling.
Yeah.
And I was like, and for years, for my whole life since that song came out, I said, how come ain't nobody asking Cedric the Entertainer, how did this happen? Why are you here? Why are you on this album? Like, what is going on?
Like, what were the steps for you to even get there?
Yeah, I think it might have been somebody finally recently asked. I was like, dang it, they took my question, because that was going to be my question that I wanted to ask. Like, how the hell did Cedric the Entertainer end up with Threat? But same thing with my interview with Carl Jones. So my lead to wanting to interview Carl Jones, the very, very first time I interviewed Carl Jones, I love the Boondocks so much. And to the point where I was like, yo, who the hell is voicing Thugnificent? I thought that character was right. So for years, I thought that it was Afion Crockett, because Carl was, I don't know if they was messing up on the credits and IMDb or whatnot, but they didn't credit Thugnificent's voice correctly for the one, right? And then one day when I was like, again, I there's certain shows that I go back and rewatch kind of like yearly, you know, Boondocks is one of them. And I was like, man, I never found out who the voice of Thugnificent was. And then I looked and I said, who is Carl Jones? I didn't really know who he was at that time.
Wow.
But again, for me, I'm like, if I wondered this, other people's going to wonder this. So I was like, let me try to interview this person, thinking it's like some, you know what I'm saying, some voice actor who just didn't get the shine. Again, I'm a researcher. So as I started researching, I was like, oh shit, it's a big deal here. And then, so by the time he came on, of course, I didn't let him know about all that. But I was like, oh snap. I was like, oh, I got way more questions now. I was like, oh, that's magnificent. And so, but that's kind of like how, and again, when I was interviewing him, that having those moments of, how do you know that? Well, you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Where Carl was like, oh, and that's kind of what helped build our relationship with Carl, because it's like, oh shit, that's kind of one of those things where it's like, I think with us and having that same inquisitive mind and why we have similar stories is that we have those moments in Black culture where we're asking questions that ain't nobody else asking. So now we're in a space where we got a platform to do it. We're like, we're gonna ask them questions.
I'm asking the question. Well, wait a minute, because I care.
Because I've been on YouTube since 2008. This is my 17th going to 18th year, and I followed JD before I knew he was even John Witherspoon's son. Like with him and Dashie and T Pendel, when they were the first, like, nobody knows like the first collabs were because of conventions, and it's not like it was planned. They would just get put in the same hotel block. And it was like, Hey, I'm next to T. Pendale, Swoozy, Timothy Day. Like, we got to do something while we're here for the weekend. Everybody. So when I saw JD was credited, I was like, that's got to be like a slip up because he never talks about it. But when he brought it up this year, he's like, yeah, I played the dude that was selling Huey like bootleg Obama plates. So I was like, I thought it was you, but like I've never had a way of directly asking you for the last decade. So like I had him sign like my DVD set. But then even with moments like that, like I've been wanting to ask because you finally brought it. I've been wanting somebody to ask Ace about It's Real for years.
Bro, I'm like,
but every time I try to ask Real about it in his chat, I get flooded out by like all the people that's on his Twitch. I'm like, finally somebody said it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's dope about that moment is because of that, and because when I put that clip out and It's Real said like again, that's one of those moments. Go back to Navy's question where I'm like, yo, I'm actually part of the culture. Like and Ace even texted me. He said, "Boy, you started some shit, bro." Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they about to collab, and it's like, yo, like this is dope. That like, yo, we about to get the content that everybody. That's the type of role that I want to play in this culture. It's like if I can help facilitate and bring something together, let's do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, that was really dope.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You can ask her. I make people shake hands, and then you can see me slowly just petering out in the back of the video. Like my work is done. On to the next one. Like it's funny. Go ahead, Kira.
I need you to stop doing it the way that you do it, though. I need a little bit more time before you just be like, "Oh, yo, person A, person B, bang, all right," and then you're gone. I'm like, "But wait, all I know is
because I realize people do that. Like, I don't need to brag that I made it happen or facilitate the entire relationship. As long as y'all have connected, like, if you see the video of like Carl and Ozzy meeting. It's me talking in the background, but you slowly see me like y'all two talk now. Like you see me like getting out of the frame. And now that relationship is growing, and him and Cleo's relationship as well. I introduced him years ago. But yeah, I try to even because I've always had like that weird thing about myself as well, where I'm like, I can't. 17 years, I ain't had like a hit moment yet, but I can. If you give me like a big name blue check target, I got you. Because I was randomly watching the Ned's Declassified podcast. I never realized that was Cleo and Cookie at the same scene in Friday After Next when they're kicking off the Elroy. Yeah. like for 2 decades, no one's ever brought that up. And now every time I see that scene, it's like, oh, Merry Christmas to Cookie and Cleo. And I'm like, I like knowing that I had that impact. But the fact that like everyone brings it up now, because there was like, wait, you had roles before Ned's and the roles. Like everyone knew he was in it, but I never realized. And I think it was just because of the way they did the audio, because it sounds like it's off screen, but if you look, it's literally him with the big nappy afro with the pick in it.
Another moment that I had, and this is like, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to be associated with this, but it felt good. So my very, very first actual viral moment, I got a chance to interview Cedric Yarbrough.
Yeah.
This is around the time when like it was still up in the air. Boondocks coming back. And he put a full-on stamp like, hey, this is not coming back. I need you to know this is not coming back at all. And then we put the clip out. I woke up that next morning. We on Deadline. We on Hollywood. We on Vibe, XXL, CNN, New York Times. And I'm just like,
what?
I'm like, yay. But also, the black is in disarray because the Boondocks ain't coming back. Like
that was me when you put out the clip with Meg, and it was like, look, it's all over the thing. I'm like, we ain't left the room yet. How the fuck? I've never seen news like we're still in the room, and they credited who like Deadline. I'm like, no,
they credited Getty Images.
I'm like, none of these people y'all are tagging are in here. This is clearly Deuces, but I'm like, we literally have not left the room. Like the panel's not over yet. Like I give you props for how fast you edited and clipped that out of there. But like the fact that it went everywhere so fast, and I'm like, where's it? Like breaking news. I'm like, what do you mean? It's still breaking. Like we haven't finished putting cracks in.
There could be more breaking news. Could you give it like 5 minutes to cool off?
You want to know? So this is my philosophy around that, and kind of why I was glad that I was able to play a part in that. So 2 years ago, we announced our trailer for the Black Geek documentary. Right now, the Black Geek documentary is our documentary that we're working on. We spent 3.5 years going to convention, getting the Black experience and everything. And one of the things that I've always wanted to do, and kind of our philosophy around the film, because we knew that we are always going to try to pitch this film to be actually a big film. So I said, I want to normalize people and big name people announcing things our conventions. I said one of the big draw about Comic-Con, LA Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con is that you're getting news about Marvel, Sony, or whatever the case, or animes, whatever. You're getting that news first there. And so I was like, let's explore that, right? So when we premiered the trailer, I was like, I want to premiere this trailer. Let's try to make it big. Let's try to reach out to a couple of people. And we got a couple of people who was like, oh yeah, that reported out that we're going to announce that trailer there. And that was really dope in regards to that, but it didn't really get the legs that we wanted, right? So when that moment happened, and because we've been working so much close with Carl Jones and Martian Blueberry, and I knew that they wasn't able to make that panel. When they said it, when Meg said it, I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna send this to Carl Love." I was like, because I know that they're gonna want to repurpose the content and put it out, right? So I sent it to them. But then as I was sitting there, I was like, this might can go. And I was like, this would be a really great look for DreamCon, Carl Jones, Martian Blueberry. Like, that's really where my mind was at. I was like, I want people to be like, oh shit. I want the news to be like, this was announced at DreamCon. That was like, that was my big thing. I was like, DreamCon is already, like, they didn't need any extra press. But I was like, I also want the aspect of news is being announced at DreamCon to be a part of what we're celebrating them for. Yeah. So for years, and I don't know who at the Shade Room rocks with me or like that, but I kind of had their ear a little bit, you know what I'm saying, just about stuff, because one, I'm tapped into a lot of stuff, and so a lot of times I just slide a little bit of news there. Again, all the news I slide to them is positive, so most of the time it don't really make it to the Shade Room at all. Yeah, right. But for whatever reason, they caught on to this one, because I definitely and that's why I was like, why I was really so upset, because I was like, I told y'all, literally, the DM is right here. I made the post and then I strictly DM'd it to you. So why are you tagging Getty images? And that's what they did reply back and they apologized for it and everything. But I was like, the main thing is make sure that you tag DreamCon. Make sure, I was like, just credit me for the footage. But the story is not me making the footage. The story is Meg Thee Stallion announced the anime with Carl Jones and Martian Blueberry at DreamCon. Make sure that is prominent. And so that was, again, like, my whole thing was being the change that I wanted it to be. I hope that trickles to the point where now people are like, oh shit, we got to get news there. We got to make sure we cover this event, because who knows what to get announced. Like, that's to me in blurred culture and our stuff, that's kind of like the goal that I want. I want people to want to have to premiere stuff at DreamCon, want to have to premiere stuff at BlurredCon. You know what I'm saying? I want people to want to come to our conventions and do the exclusives there. That would be the perfect scenario for me.
Yeah, because I literally texted Love the same clip like right as they said it, and then I guess you had already sent it to her because she was like, "Someone just texted me this. Thank you for the heads up, though." So I guess we was both on the same mission. But then when I was leaving, I saw the news break, and I'm like, "Damn, he works fast." I'm like, somebody faster than me. Thank God, it's not just me out doing this shit. Thank you. But Kira, do you have a host? Did you have a question before time is time?
I was hoping to get to that last little bit of what comics, what soundtracks go with what comics, but honestly, if you ever want to come back, like,
I'm coming back.
I'm coming back. We need to have we just chilling. Even though this was kind of it already, we need to have a definite, like, we just chilling type of episode. I want to say thank you, Deuces, Rudy, for coming on the show tonight.
Strong, baby. Yeah. Strong.
I need you to come back to talk more about that documentary. Absolutely. I think it's integral to this.
I can't talk about a lot, but I'll tell you this, and I'm telling you this. When we do our big announcement, because there is a big announcement around the doc that is going to be coming.
Okay. I'm
coming back to Room Full of Blerds.
Let's go. Let's go.
Did I tell you that I like you? Like, a little bit, like, for sure, for realsies. I'm drunk. Thank you so much. Like, I'm about to fangirl out a little bit. I've been watching and waiting for this documentary to happen, because I've been watching and seeing where you've been going, what you've been doing, and how you've been moving, and I cannot wait to see how it's all put together. Can you tell me if is it gonna be a movie theater type of thing, or is it gonna be?
So right now, that's what we're pitching to. So, okay. And again, around what we announce, you will see once we're able to announce it, you know what I'm saying, our announcement, you'll be able to see, oh, this where the trajectory is going and everything like that. And you know, right now, you know, I can give you an update on the status of a couple of things. So one of the biggest things about the documentary that we wanted to focus on was that it's not just a celebrity driven thing, right? So we wanted to make sure the culture has a voice. So when we spent that 3.5 years going to convention, we gave the culture a voice. We talked to a couple of people within that culture, within this culture. We talked to some people, just the convention goers, talked to a lot of people in the artist alley. And our main goal was always to make sure that the voice of the culture is as big as what we call our hero interviews, which is going to be the celebrities that are involved. So the culture aspect is done. That's with the creators and everything like that. The next step and where phase that we're going into is the hero interviews. And that's why things kind of slow down. It's trying to get the financing and everything taken care of with that. But like I said, where we're at right now, things is looking very, very promising. And there's a lot of things that's going to happen that you're going to see how that is going to change. And we're going to be able to finish out this doc and then get everything to you guys in a big way. Because our main goal was we didn't want this, and you know, this is no shade to anybody. We didn't want this just to live on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Because we said that with this culture growing, the one thing that I foresaw is that this culture is growing so fast and so dope that there's going to be people that's going to try to leech on it. And I said, my main thing is
they are here.
Yep, I'll say if I can do anything, I want to be able to put together something that is from the culture that culture respects and the culture trusts, right? And so with us doing the work the way that we did, it was really us trying to present ourselves to the culture and earn the trust of you guys, where you guys were like, you know what? We rock with Geek Set. And now once we get the celebrities that are going to be associated with it, it's not going to seem like, the celebrities are just trying to leech off it. It's like, okay, this makes sense. We got this team of Blerds that we know put in the work that we trust, and they're linking with these celebrities that we also identify as Blerds, but they may have not had an outlet. And now when you see it, you're going to see familiar faces from the culture and from our celebrities within this documentary. And so that's kind of where we're at. And it's funny because I guess I can give you this part too, as an exclusive. We've been positioning it as a documentary, though conversations have been had about a docuseries.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I really got goosebumps. Oh my, that's a real. No way, I got goosebumps for real. That is
a gopher for anything like that. You know, I'll be a gopher. I'll be some sort of behind the scenes stage staff. I'll do that. I'll even be an announcer. Let's go.
Hey, that's the main thing with everything that I want to do. I want the people of the culture to be involved with it. That's to the point where even we already identified like crew, you know what I'm saying? People who do camera work, people who do lighting, who do editing, who do, storyboard. Like, I'm like, let's tap in with them. Let's build this team and let's build this, you know what I'm saying, with people that we know. And, one of the big things that's been heavy for me, because we did a GoFundMe for the first half. And then we end up we did a GoFundMe for the first half, and that was successful. We tried to do a Kickstarter for the second half. It didn't go through, but it helped out with where we're at right now. But the big thing that I said, I was like, I want to make sure that everybody that's been involved, whether it's GoFundMe, whether it's, you had a hand in helping out, I was like, that credit. One of my goals is for people to have that moment in the theater, seeing their name come across that credit. That means so much to me. So like, I got a running list of people that's been connected, whether small or big, that I keep, that I'm like, once we get down to that final edit, I'm like, hey, make sure in that special things, all these names are listed.
Octaneva. Oh, I can't believe.
Oh,
I'm verklempt.
Here we go.
Nah, bruh. I always have this question whenever I'm doing an in-person interview. I don't expect you to answer it because you are the answer to it. Do you feel like we are in the middle of another Black Renaissance, and you are an example of the Black Renaissance that we are in?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. No, it's one of those things. It's one of those things that, and I make it a point to make sure that we do, like we talked about this, about that cross promotion and stuff. In my latest interview, I made sure that I put Cheyenne Owulu's comic shop series as the mid-break, as the non-skippable ad. Because, you know what I'm saying, I put, you know, a lot of times you'll put like an ad of your own stuff and everything like that. But I was like, you know what? This season of interviews, I want to make sure I'm using my people's stuff, right? Other people's contents, other people's stuff. So like, I'm a person that I'll reach out, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm watching your stuff. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I use your ad as a mid-break in this interview? You know, I'm interviewing, you know, this major person or everything like that. Let me put you in front of these people that may come for this. And that's kind of like I said, I'm just trying to build an ecosystem that I want to see. You know, I want people more of that collaborative effort and things like that. So I do believe it because, again, I consume a lot of stuff. I'm seeing a lot of the Black content that is being created at a high level. The movies, the shows, you know what I'm saying? You know, outside of the podcast, but like the original content. And I'm like, I want to be a reporter of the culture. So let me celebrate this, but also let's continue to push this. You know, if this series is good, that doesn't mean it's going to take away from this. So let's amplify this. Let's amplify this. You know, let's keep on going. And so that's where I'm at with it. And I do. So to answer your question, yes, I do believe we are.
Yes, and I'm very excited. I'm so excited. Lord, is there any parting messages from you? Is there anything that you want to plug, say, before we get out? Before I let you go, because Lord knows I do not believe in indentured servitude. So thank you so much for coming on. Please take the moment.
So we did we put out our original series called What We Talking About. It's our commentary about just Black culture, and geek culture. So we talk about things like favorite gaming consoles, RPG scenarios, favorite Black characters, Black character tropes that we're tired of, game nights. It's kind of like if you think of Guy Code but put it in the Blerd Geeks realm, and you know that's what we did. So the whole season is out, 10 episodes. So you go to youtube.com/Geek Set Podcast and check that out. Always, I'm still over there at Watch Mojo, so make sure that you know if you hear my voice on those Watch Mojos lists, man, show me some love over there, and just follow me everywhere, man. Young_Deuces everywhere. I claim that name on every social media platform, whether I use it or not, just to make sure that I can keep it consistent. But yeah, man, follow me over there. And then my interviews, I moved it from the main Geek Set page to its own page. So youtube.com/Young Deuces. I'm on season 8 of interviews. I'm going to be interviewing a couple, like coming up, which I announced Sonia Dennis. I got her coming on, and then Sister Sage. Well, I'm blanking on her name, but I'm interviewing her.
Oh, I know who you're talking. I know who you're talking about. I need to get her on here too.
Yeah. So, but like, man, check out the interviews again. Like I said, my platform is all about giving people their flowers while they're here. While
Sound like me.
The comments.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, Bama. He's on Watch Mojo. Good.
Yeah, big time on Watch Mojo at that. I don't think I see anybody else on there but you at this point.
Yeah, I definitely surpassed 300 videos. So I'm approaching 350 soon. So
show off.
God damn.
Over there. But yeah, man, follow me. Follow me on those platforms. Again, congrats to you being monetized. I'm trying to get this YouTube page monetized. I need more people over there.
Why isn't it? Okay, now look, listen, y'all. I need y'all to go over to his page.
I just moved everything over, so it's a fresh page start. The Geek Set page is monetized. The Young Deuces page is not.
Okay, all right. Then I won't. I was about to.
I'm working on trying to be where she is and get myself monetized. So, and I've been in this game since 12? Gee whiz.
Sir, well, we're working on that for you
still
too.
Going.
I'm sorry. I apologize or something. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know. I'm going to say something inappropriate because I'm starting to babble. Young Deuces.
That's never stopped you before.
It's going to stop me tonight, gentlemen. Young Deuces, thank you so much for coming on at all. And B, staying on for 2.5 hours. Thank you so much. The door is open. You let me know when you are free. And I mean this, like, if you not bored. I know you're not bored. Whenever you get bored, you want to chit chat, talk about some comic book shit, whatever, aliens. Absolutely let me know. The door is open. I will send you the link immediately.
I got you. I got you. I want to say, man, thank you guys so much, man. I do appreciate all of these moments, being able to be on things like this, man. This was a great time. So thank you. And thank you to everybody in the comments and everybody that tapped in. I truly appreciate that. You know, you guys lending me your time to, you know, hear me talk about the stuff I'm doing. That's my guy, Bo, man. Shout out, Bo, man. He's definitely an Eagle Scout, man. He be pulling up to all the Geek Set stuff.
Hi, Bo. How you doing, bro? I appreciate you. Wait, like and subscribe though before you leave.
Lord. and Deuces, I'm gonna reach out to you because I'd love to have you on my show, the Blurticorn Combo, sir.
Let's go, man. Definitely.
Yeah, sure. Shout if you ever need anything, man.
Absolutely, bro. Wait, don't forget, hit me about what's the name.
I already sent it to you.
Oh, bet.
And they wonder why the Meg stuff got out so quick. I wonder why. Who'd have thunk it? Go figure. I don't know.
What it is. All right, boo boo. I'm gonna let you go. If you want to chill while we do the closeout, by all means, you can. Otherwise, you could dip. I ain't gonna.
I gotta get him out of here, but I appreciate y'all so much.
All right, honey.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care, good sir.
What up, next?
You feel better now?
I do a little bit. I do a little bit. I do. That was a don't do, ladies and gentlemen. If you couldn't tell, I was like, do a little bit, just a titch.
That was
what
excellent.
up, next? The unicorn in the conversation.
Do you speak geek up in the hizzy?
Where he at? Where did he come up at? I didn't see. I was so.
He's under his government name.
Government name.
Oh, Chauncey! Hi, I miss you. You don't ever say hi or torture me a little bit no more. I miss you.
Wow.
I do. I mean, no. He like big bro. I love sissy big bro. Thank you for popping in. Also, by the way, dude, super awesome. Tafari.
Yeah.
When's your next skit dropping?
Hopefully tomorrow. I filmed most of it before this. I just need to film like the littler bits and then get it chopped up tonight. And hope my computer doesn't explode. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. Probably tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to stream Little Nightmares before that and then premiere that after. And then I have season 2, episode 2 of Batman this week, along with starting Sonic Unleashed because I finally found a copy. I'm also streaming Crossworlds in the meantime because this game is addicting. Other minor things getting posted throughout the week, recaps and stuff here and there, and other things that will be posted eventually. I'm just waiting on other people to confirm some stuff.
Okay, all right. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. So number one, I gotta go. Where'd that man go? Kata, thank you, Kata. If you still in here, I appreciate you, bruh. I hope everybody was entertained, informed. It's the goal of the whole show. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dickens. I appreciate you as well for your form of encouragement and joink as well. Really quick before everybody leaves, because I know how y'all are. Please go out. I mean, you can pick this one up too, but that's not the one I'm really the most concerned about because it's going to move. Please go out and pick up Roots of Madness. I know, and it's upside down. Good God. I can't get my whole life together to save my life. Stephanie, I'm really sorry. Also, I'm calling you out. I need you on the show to talk about these books. I'm not waiting 5 books into this series to talk to you about it because it is amazing. And also, I need people to order this at their local comic book store. Please be an asshole about it. Call them regularly. All right? Roots of Madness. It's by Ignition Press. They will send it to them. I promise you, they need to get this out there and get people talking about it. It's an incredible. It's like Black Girl Magic and shit, and like hair, and like more than that, it's mystery. It's cool. Navy. Is there anything for you, sir? Audible sigh.
It's been forever since I've spoken. I'm not sure.
Shut up.
Off the top of my head, honestly, thank you everyone for supporting this show. Thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. Buy her a coffee. Continue to support this platform because she works hard to bring on people like Deuces and all the other amazing creatives. Tafari is out here. He's on that treadmill. He is out there clipping and editing and everything. The man puts in work. So continue to support Tafari TV. I myself am on Instagram. I am doing my thing with the Blurticorn combos. Also, after this show, I will be doing my first stream back on under a different platform. Streamlabs can eat a dick. So I am using Prism. So now I can actually stream on Twitch and YouTube, and they don't take my rent money.
Oh.
So I will be doing a test stream after this, mostly be talking stuff like that. And if y'all want to pop in and listen to my shenanigans, please by all means to do that. But I will say this mostly. Thank you for continuing to support Roomful of Blerds.
Please.
This platform does a lot. She does a lot. I contribute, and I definitely try to do my best to be a part of this beautiful ship that flies. Don't forget to check us out on Blur's Eye View every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. while we talk about all types of amazing, crazy stuff. And let's see. Who else have we got doing shows and stuff like that there? Noble Captain.
Oh, sir. Well, first of all, hi, Mal. That was me saying hi, but that's Mal saying hi. And then Mal shimmy, light shimmy.
Stop with that.
Light shimmy, light. It wasn't a motorboating. It was a light shimmy.
Yeah.
I said nothing.
I say everything. Apparently, I'm so glad that Rudy, Mr. Deuces, is no longer up on the screen for this part of the show. Thank you so much, Mel. You are our second donation. I need to start. I'm gonna figure it out. But other people that you need to. You hear the siren. This is important. The other things that you need to start sharing, and subscribing to, obviously, Geek Set Podcast. Please, ladies and gentlemen, you are on the YouTubes right now. You are on, I don't know if he's on Twitch, actually. I think he's on Twitch. Just go to the page. You can open up another window, go to his page, pick something to like, click on it and say you liked it, and then subscribe. It don't take much. Like we were talking tonight, it does not take much to share people's work on this internet. That's literally the freest thing that you can do, and it takes microseconds. Okay. Also, the three of us as a collective, we are part of a larger collective called Blurds Eye View. You can catch us on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we absolutely don't talk like this. And we get into
not for long anyway.
No, not for long. We are crass individuals. We will tell it like it is, and we will shoot the shit better than any of your favorite podcasters. I promise you and assure you of this. It is true. And also, wait, may the shimmies be with you. That's going on a shirt. I swear. I'm doing it. What else? I will be streaming. I know I lie. I say that I'm going to be streaming on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week, and I leave you people wanting. But at some point it's going to happen. It will not happen this coming Friday because why? Your girl's gonna be at New York Comic Con.
Oh, you're going?
I know. I wasn't supposed to be going at all. I wasn't supposed to going at all. But people want me in the space, and I'm here to please them.
If she falls off the bed, I'm gonna piss on myself laughing. I'm telling you that
Why
right now.
would you do that for me?
I will laugh.
Wait, baby, I ain't never fell off no bed.
Wait. There we go.
What? What'd I say? Yes, I will be at New York Comic Con. I would love to stream live from the show floor, but Wi-Fi is absolute gutter trash. At all of these conventions, it cannot be helped. So I will post videos as they occur, whatever. I'm teaming up with a couple of people once I get there. Shout out to the movie blog. That is another person that you absolutely should be like, sharing, and subscribing to. Wonderful black man. He's blessing me with access as well. You'll find out when I find out. And Patrick Foreman. Y'all are my godfathers. Y'all are my godfathers on some real tough New York ride or die type shit. Y'all my homies for life. I did not ask for this. I didn't expect it. I was gonna still. Y'all see me at New York Comic Con. I will show y'all what I'm gonna buy things.
Why you leave me hanging? Black Cotton.
Black Cotton.
There we go.
I apologize. Definitely gonna talk to him. Chop it up.
Laney's here.
Lord,
Oh yeah, y'all just wrapped up over at Silent Hill, didn't y'all?
Oh, I missed it. God damn it. God damn it.
Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
I wanted to see her ending because they're like, I'm gonna shut up in case she didn't end it. And thank you, Mel. I appreciate you. Lord, I feel like I'm talking too much. All right, we got 15 seconds before we hit the 2.5 hour mark. I appreciate y'all as always. I hope you love independent comic books the way that I love my coffee. Black, independent, organically grown. I will see y'all next week. Oh wait, I couldn't clock. Okay, that's fine, baby. I will see y'all next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you got here late, run it back. It's fine. Nobody's gonna judge you. Run it back. Peak moments, I promise. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Okay, bye. Bye.